Sure. You're running the show tonight.
Can I do the intro?
Yeah, go for it.
I was gonna say.
Let me know when you're recording.
I'm recording.
Ah, crap.
All right. Hey, this is Random Assault Podcast. I'm Mitch A4 Extreme, and this is Matt Flabslapper. I hate Generation 3 of Pokemon. I like Sonic.
It's
Bros
not
bomb.
broken. It's the right earbud that is like way lower. So these earphones might have just broken.
Sweet.
Great.
My mic seems to only work when it wants to, so that's cool.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah. These
Random Assault.
These Turtle Beaches I've had for 3 years are cracking on the inside.
Oh, this episode's going to be great. It's just going
to
to
be awesome.
Autistic fucking idiots
Blake.
talking over each other constantly.
Blake, what were you going to say?
I said, and my internet's been having issues for the past 2 weeks, so this is going to be fantastic.
Cool.
I elect that before you start speaking, you scream a high-pitched scream to let people know you're about to start talking.
Yeah.
How about now?
No, it has to be real. It has to be like...
Christ almighty.
We're not doing that.
We're not?
Okay.
No, I don't want to get kicked out of my fucking apartment complex. I don't think you do either.
No one can hear me. I can scream as loud as I want.
Oh, do it.
Were you a smart boy and put up? Were you a smart boy and put up soundproofing or whatever?
No, I just moved into a
No,
place
I
that
don't
isn't
take this
shit.
seriously like you fucking idiot.
I wanted to, and I lived in another apartment. I was looking at soundproofing my windows and shit.
Blake's got a full fucking room of that that foam that's got the serrated edges so it doesn't soak up the sound. He's like, now I'll be a real broadcaster.
It's funny you say that. I'm actually looking at that stuff, but green, so it can double as soundproofing and a green screen. So
good. Soundproofing your
Christ on a cross. What is wrong with you?
No, well, you got it. It won't work because the lighting's gonna be all fucked up.
No, what I want you to do is do that. Do the thing you're saying you're going to do. Film yourself jogging in place and then green screen yourself over really fast moving road. So you can be racing to join Channel Awesome on their next movie.
Yeah, I was just going to say let's restart Channel Awesome.
Restart.
Yeah, we'll just
get out with 150% more rape than before.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that.
Well, then you're not on the team.
Yeah.
Oh,
hey, I've already got the Jewish hat.
See, there you go.
Oh yeah, what the audio listeners and I guess the YouTube people, because the camera's turned off, didn't see Dan is wearing his chicken hat and eye patch from Metal Gear 5.
Oh, that's what that was.
Yeah.
I went to. Okay, so I have a list of stories, and I want to know which one you want to hear first. So there is Destiny Jew and the Downfall of the Third Strike.
Wait, I'm sorry. I just wanted to say, a couple days ago, I was going back through some of our old banner art just to refresh my memory, and I totally forgot we have an episode called PlayStation Jew, and it's 3 times funnier now.
Dude, that's my favorite episode.
PlayStation Jew is really good.
I just like that banner because it was the second or third time I drew a 3-headed Jew, but it was based on that picture that's going around. You know, the cartoon where he's running his hand.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a sec. Continue.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to see that I'm not the only person who was autistic as fuck and made a list of topics. So
no, I find it easy.
Let me finish my list here. So it's okay. So we have Destiny Jew, Downfall of the Third Strike. I witnessed someone get shanked in the parking lot.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Wait, what happened in a parking lot?
He witnessed someone get shanked.
Oh fuck!
Was it like that Kingdom Hearts fight on the snow pile in the parking lot?
Well, here's the thing. I didn't know what I was looking at until the police started putting up yellow tape.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm oh shit!
Neither did the people who were watching that video that kids filmed. Zora, or how does it fucking go?
I don't remember. I just remember there's a video with those two guys fighting on a snow pile.
See,
I went to point out. Sorry, I just want to point out that is 100% the kind of video I used to make when I was 17. So.
Oh yeah, me too. All right, sorry. Tell us all about the guy you shanked.
So I witnessed a guy get shanked. I went to Rose City Comic Con, and I just to give you an example of what kind of Comic Con this was, I'm going to tell you what some of the attractions and panels were, as it were.
How to shank. Watch me get shanked. Here's a guy.
Let's see the importance of female characters in video games.
Well, yeah.
Oh, God.
The feminism, like the importance of feminism in video
How many
games.
soy boys did you see at this convention?
Quite a few.
Oh, Christ Almighty! I
mean,
pity you.
But surprisingly, I did not interact. I did not interact with any of them, and I did not see as many as I expected to see.
It's a thing with a couple years ago at MagFest, we were seeing a bunch of panel listings for stuff like how to be an ally and all.
Yeah, but then we never fucking
you go around the convention, and there's no one really walking around like that, at least that I could tell. So
no. There was your requisite not trying very hard transsexuals, but other than that I didn't want you to film.
Were there a couple of Triggly Puffs?
Yes.
I don't remember seeing any, but then again, I don't really.
I didn't see none that actually got triggered.
Yeah.
Well, those
thank Christ.
whenever I'm walking around conventions, those people are it's like when you're going in the game store and you get to the letter N and you see NBA and NFL and all that stuff, and your eyes just fucking glaze over, and that section of the shelf might as well not exist.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I'm sorry. Do you like sports? You faggot.
No, I don't fucking play sports in video game or real life. Who are you trying to
pick a side? You either like sports and you're mad at me right now, or you don't like sports and you think I'm cool.
No, we can still be mad at you for either decision.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
I mean, I could be a dirty centrist, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to not care.
And then I can tell you about
the fucking show. If you care about anything, you're gay.
Let Megaldan talk.
No, it's
things
my
to talk about.
The Schmeckeldan. I'm a Jew now.
Let's Schmeckelbeckle.
All right, Danberg, tell us your fucking thing.
Okay. I have to regain my train of thought. I'm autistic.
I thought you wrote a list down.
I can't look at my list because it's on my phone.
Pay attention, Mitch. Jeez.
It's too late. I'm taking the stick.
Okay, hold on. Crap, I lost it again.
God damn it, Dan.
All right. You can regather your thoughts, and then we'll come back in the second segment. No, I'm just kidding.
All right. So for my list, obviously first and foremost, I got divorced, and I actually filled out the last of the paperwork today. So I'm finally.
Didn't that happen
free.
4 years ago?
Well, it's the divorce process started in January when I broke my wrist and moved in with her parents. And it's because they liked me more than they liked their own daughter.
Oh,
I mean, through the 4 or 5 discords that Dylan ended up deleting over the course of the past, I guess, year, I feel like this has been going on for way longer than just half a year at this point.
They had to figure out who was going to get the kids. And then they figured out neither of them had kids.
I was going to say, please tell me this poor son of a bitch doesn't actually have any spawn walking around.
No, I don't. And I didn't. If she had given me her guinea pigs, I would have fucking sold them on Craigslist. So she kept those.
Okay, I reclaimed. I can actually look at my list without closing the app.
Oh.
Okay, so I already told you about Destiny Jew, Rose City, and SJW Con. I saw someone get shanked in the parking lot. Jojo, what stands would you guys have? My love for Bionicle, because I like triggering people. My shelf and my top shelf and the distaste are episode 7 and 8. Fallout 4 mods, movies like Fine Wine, Superman's Kryptonite Vasectomy, Transformers, Rainbow Six memes, and drug pizza.
When was this list created? 2015?
Well, it is funny.
That's how long I've been waiting to get on the show, Mitch.
I know. I was gonna joke. Have you just been waiting that long to get back on the show? That you're I'm gonna keep a list for 3 years.
Well, it's funny you mentioned Transformers
last year
because I'm rewatching Transformers Prime.
That's a good show.
That's a great show.
That is one of the good ones.
Yeah. Remember we had a guy on, I think it was for that some kind of Western video game, and he said he knew a guy or he did work on the show, but I don't remember.
Was that the Thief Town guys or was that Pixel Metal?
Well, Christina did the banner, so maybe it was.
I feel like that was the Thief. Oh no, the Secret Ponchos guy.
That's it. Yeah. Secret Ponchos.
Yeah.
And I kept telling him he should make a Chinaman. and a railroad worker black guy, and he didn't. I guess he didn't want to because he never did.
I told you guys I ended up. Well, I also don't think they would want to do that. I feel like Secret Ponchos came out before all that shit went down.
I think around the same time,
probably. Yeah. But I told you guys I played that because they put it out on PlayStation Plus years ago.
I played it too. It's hard.
It's kind of like a MOBA.
before I forget, I have like one more story I forgot to write down, and that was my friend's. My friend used to play Star Wars Galaxies, and like his whole game experience on that which was fairly interesting.
Tell us that one before you forget it, since you didn't write it down.
Okay,
that was like half a joke and half like efficient podcast thing.
Okay, so he used to play Star Wars Galaxies, and I started like had an interest, and I was like looking into that. That was surprisingly deep game that no one really like remembers.
The only thing I remember from Star Wars Galaxies, I think this is the same game, is they used it to do some segments of that a Portal show on early G4.
Yeah. Yep, that's the one.
For people who don't know what that is, it was basically like they did some machinima with like MMO characters.
Oh.
So like the beginning of the game was fun, but then like over the course of like patches, Sony like screwed it up.
Oh.
And story of
Is
like
everybody
every
else going beep boop, or is it me? I can't tell.
Just you.
It's just you.
Ah, shit.
Well, I mean, you sound okay. Why do we sound bad? Uh-oh.
I'll take that as a yes.
Yeah.
You might have to reinvite him to the call.
What?
I mean, he did say his internet was acting up for like the past 2 months, so that's probably what's causing this.
Well, if he drops out, I'll add him back in. Oh, it's a good thing we have Megala backup. Fuck.
Yeah. So,
anyway,
should I wait
Knights
for
of
him
the
to come
Older
back,
Republic.
or
What?
not Knights of the Old Republic of Star Wars Galaxies, you plebeian.
No, Knights of the Older Republic.
Okay.
Get it?
No.
There's already a game called The Old Republic, and this is an older game than that. It's a good joke.
It was not an autistic joke.
Okay, now I think my internet's better.
Okay.
Everybody hear me?
A little bit.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Fucking
This is
Christ.
episode 19.2.
Oh, fuck.
I feel bad. This is not my fault, but I feel bad.
I feel bad. That's fine. I'm just trying to get into it. Trying to get into the.
Tell us about Star Wars EverQuest.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so he explained that like the game was like not so much about quests and missions like EA's Old Republic is. It was a lot more like of a classic MMO where it's the players are the actual market. The players are the ones that create quests and go and do things. So my friend and his friends started a pirate gang, and they had like a fake distress beacon, and they were coming out a little choppy.
All right, well, I'm trying to fix that.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay. Oh, you sound good. So if they set up a fake distress beacon to like lure like adventurers in, and then would kill them and steal all their loot, and like they could actually, it was like
online shit.
Yeah, so they kept doing that until eventually, they got kind of big enough. They became notorious, and they had a bunch of bounties. Eventually, a Sith Lord came in, and like Jedi and Sith at this point in the game were like super rare.
Huh.
It's actually part of the reason what killed the game. But a Sith Lord comes in, and he just shows up, and he's like, "Hey, I'm a Sith Lord. I can like wipe you out right now. You're in my territory. You pay me, or I kill you."
Oh man.
So now they were paying this Sith, was like to keep their characters alive. They were paying this Sith Lord weekly rent to be in his space.
That's funny.
The next time they see the Sith Lord, like the first time they saw him, he was just in like the Boba Fett Slave 1 ship. That was like a tier 1. But then he shows up in an Imperial Star Destroyer the second time they see him. And they're like, "How'd you get a Star Destroyer?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I went on board and killed everyone. Now it's mine."
Oh man. Well, how do you become a Sith Lord? Do you just play for a long time, or? So
that's just the thing. Like to become a Jedi or a Sith, you had to max out 3 skills, and there were like hundreds of skills in the game, and they didn't tell you what 3. It was 3 unique skills for every single character created.
Holy shit!
So yeah, actually like maxing out the 3 skills that you needed to be a Jedi or a Sith were completely like random. There was no way of knowing it. It was rare.
So he probably did play for hours and hours.
Exactly.
Fuck.
So he was this crime boss of like he called himself like the Black Sun Syndicate. He was this crime boss who would like show up and just eliminate everything and have everybody pay him.
Jesus Christ.
But then like he had like a right-hand man. The way my friend described it, like he had a right-hand man that would come in and like piss him off, he'd be like, he was a real like Starscream kind of person. Like that was the character he was kind of playing. So eventually he showed up, and then like he shot at their ships to like piss them off, and like did a bunch of damage. So it's like they called the Sith Lord and been like, "Hey, your guy here just like shot our ships. Like that ain't cool, man. Like we're still paying rent." So the Sith Lord shows up, and he's like, "Okay, what just happened?" It's like, "Yeah, he shot up our stuff, so he put him in the brig. I'll go talk to him. Hold on." And so like the Sith Lord goes like outside the room, and then they just see the kill, and then they just see the chat. The emissary has died.
Oh god.
It's like this guy just killed, like he just killed his right hand man in front of him.
Holy shit, that's amazing.
But then, so they did. I can't find my words. Fuck me. So they were like, in addition to all that other stuff, there were illegal gun runners as well, like building and selling guns. So they sell this gun to this guy, but then a Jedi shows up, like an actually like good Paragon Jedi shows up, and he's like, "Hey, you're selling guns that are on the level, right?" And they're like, "Yeah." And then they gave him forged documents to read. And he's like, "Yeah, you guys check out the real reason I'm here is that I was talking to someone on the forums who's a Sith Lord, and the two of us were supposed to have a duel right here." And then the guy that they just sold the gun to pulls out a red lightsaber and like ambushes him.
Oh man.
So then they're witnessing this lightsaber duel. They waited until they were both at like a quarter health, and then they both killed them off and took their lightsabers.
Oh.
Gave it to their Sith Lord boss. It's like, "Did we do good, boss? Yes, you did great."
Jeez.
Do we still have to pay rent? Yes, you do.
So I mean, eventually the guy had to fucking fall, right? Or did
No,
the
he
game
never fell.
Wow.
Until they updated and ruined the game, his character was intact.
Yeah, wasn't the reason the game died because like they made it real easy to become a Jedi or a Sith Lord?
No, like that's the simplified. So what happened was that Sony tried to make it more like World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
So they simplified the combat. They got rid of all the RPG elements. So eventually, instead of like everything being like run by players, it was just really simple like mission design, and there was like nothing to the game anymore. And they remember how I said that there were just hundreds of skills to pick from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could be whatever class you wanted. They stripped that down to bare bones and made it, okay, here's 9 classes you can pick from, and that's it.
Oh.
And Jedi was a starting class, so of course everyone's just going to go Jedi, and Jedis were overpowered.
Yeah.
Wow.
That sucks.
So yeah, they ruined the game.
I wonder why they even did that anyway. Was the game like just not that popular to begin with?
The game was super popular in its heyday, but what happened was that World of Warcraft had just come out.
Oh, I see.
People were getting sick of like not being able to be a Jedi because it was so rare. So they were just like, okay, World of Warcraft came out and they're letting us do whatever we want, and that game's a little bit better. So it's like, oh, we got to be more like World of Warcraft, and they stripped everything that made the game good.
Man, I wonder if I think I knew a couple of guys who played that game.
Probably. You were like 56 when that game came out, so
yeah. What year was that game?
early 2000s.
Probably totally. Yeah, I
probably
definitely
like 2002, maybe a little earlier than that.
Yeah, then definitely.
I've actually got like one more story from my friend's experience.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you could put bombs in everything that you build. If you had the bomb skill, you could put bombs in everything you build. So if you were a cyberneticist and a bombs expert, you could put bombs in your cybernetics.
Holy shit.
Or you could build someone a cybernetic and have a bomb in it.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't know.
God. So what was it, like a timed bomb or different bombs?
A detonator. So you could you could put a bomb in someone's head and then like threaten to pull the trigger whenever you could hope to get someone.
This is what I hope that that Cyberpunk 2077 game is going to be like, where they let you do anything, but I know it won't. It's just weird how older games let you do more stuff than newer games do.
I know. It's because it's because like now they just focus on graphics and making the game look pretty, and they don't actually focus on making it deep or interesting.
The exact polar opposite of this is Dwarf Fortress, which has almost no graphics, but apparently it's like super intricate.
So he has like bombs in like both his cybernetic arms. So he ends up getting him and his buddy end up getting captured by the Empire, because it's like they're wanted criminals. So it's like, okay, we're not going to kill your characters, but we're going to send you to the prison planet because we actually make money by doing that because the game's programmed for that.
Oh man.
So they're in the speeder going, it's like, oh, hey, hold on. I need to stop for a second. I need to use the restroom. And they actually stop and they get out of the speeder and it's like, okay, go use the restroom and come back to your game.
I'm back.
He drops both. He has the ability to drop both his arms and just disconnect his arms. So he drops both his arms and runs and books it and blows up the speeder.
That's hilarious. Jesus Christ. That sounds amazing. See, this stories like that were the reason why I used to like Spoonie's
video games.
Yeah, I used to like video games. No, Spoonie's counter monkey, because he would talk about that stuff that would happen like in his
D&D.
Well,
yeah.
Then
the Rebel Alliance also had a prison planet for like high ranking like players and stuff for people like the Sith Lord. So the Sith Lord eventually is like, you know what? I'm gonna make some allies and make some friends. I have a plan. I'm gonna bust out this entire. I'm gonna like stop this entire prison planet and make it a wide breakout riot.
Holy shit!
So they get his friend, and they rig him up with a hidden teleport beacon, and have him get fake captured, and then just hundreds of troops running a riot.
Jesus!
And by troops, I mean like actual like people that are part of this guy's like crime syndicate just start coming in and killing all these players, and then they like take over the prison.
God
and
damn.
then the events of this story would go on to inspire a little movie called Dead Leaves.
Yeah,
I actually don't know what that movie is.
Dead Leaves?
Yeah.
Dead Leaves, it's like a 45-minute OVA by the guy who directed Gurren Lagann and Panty and Stocking.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I have it.
I've said it on the show before. It's basically 45 minutes of getting your eyeballs fucked because it's just so colorful and like manic.
Well, I haven't seen that movie, but I have. But two movies that I have seen are basically what we described as what if Bollywood made 300, and they're called the Bahubali movies. And holy shit, they're both on Netflix. So I know Matt, Mitch, you guys both have Netflix. You guys need to fucking watch it, especially the second one, because there's a scene.
What's that? Isn't there a Bollywood movie that like the guy can like copy himself hundreds of times and like it has like telekinetic powers, and it's the most ridiculous looking scene you've ever seen.
That sounds like something Bollywood would make.
Fucking probably.
Because like the guy, like the hundreds of like this Indian guy in a suit, they all come together into a rolling ball of destruction, and they're just trampling everybody.
Yeah, I don't know what that movie's called.
And then he uses his telekinetic powers to like summon 100 like rifles, and he's firing them all at the same time.
Yeah,
it looks ridiculous, but it's great.
But that 300 Indian 300, it's not like hours long, is it? Like hours and hours?
Well, I mean, and they are described as two halves to like an epic story, but it's so fucking worth it. Like, there's a scene in the second movie where like the main guy grabs like a bunch of his soldiers, and they all form a chain on top of like a palm tree that they've pulled down to act as a catapult. And when the tree is let go and they go flying, they form like a ball of shields and just crash into this castle.
Yeah,
like a bunch of other soldiers do that. It's fucking insane.
I've seen clips of that too. I think I'll check that out.
You really should. It's so fucking good.
I will add it right now.
Before my internet decided to go beep boop, we were briefly talking about like the cuts and stuff that were at the one convention Megaladan was going to, but while I did not get cut, I have actually experienced cut tweening for the first time, and thanks to Grindr, and that's one of the many Grindr stories I have. So, if y'all would be okay with me just going into that.
No, this is a Christian podcast.
You guys are funded by the Westboro Baptist Church.
Oh, jeez. Yes.
But no, once I like had separated from my ham beast ex-wife, I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna go on Grindr and just see what happens. And I have a couple of stories because of that. First one is so I'm talking to this guy. He seems pretty cool. He looks to be in his 30s, so I'm like, yeah, I'll meet up. He says to meet him at this gay bar in Ohio. So I drive over there, and it's just nothing but older white gay dudes, and I'm instantly uncomfortable. And the guy shows up, and he's not in his 30s. He's more like in his 50s, and he has a roommate who's in his 70s. So I'm just like, yeah, let me text my friend real quick. Get me the fuck out of here.
You're going to be part of our intergenerational sandwich.
No.
I thought you drove your own car there. Couldn't you just be like,
yeah,
fuck this gaybos, and then just walk out the door like a real American?
I needed an excuse. So I'm like, hey, call me and make up an excuse. So my friend calls me and is like, yeah, your cat's on fire. Oh, no, I better go.
See, this is why you'll never get ahead in life. You just have to be assertive.
Yeah. Wait a minute, this gay bar doesn't have a fire escape.
And another person, so I'm scrolling through Grindr while I'm at work.
Okay, can I make a really bad joke?
Sure, go ahead.
Please do. Do it all the time, dude.
Then your friend shows up in a trench coat with a gun.
Christ. No, they weren't in Florida.
His friend shows up with a trench coat and a gun and Joker makeup.
Oh, no.
We live in a gay society.
You want to see a magic trick?
I'm going to shove this gun up my ass.
Yeah, who's the one who shared that thing with Joker shoving the pencil in his ass?
That was me. I just don't know who made that.
Your friend is just so uncomfortable by the situation. He doesn't do a mass shooting. He just kills himself.
He walks in and shoots himself.
I'm asking this
hard to do.
I'm asking this question 100% unironically. Blake, do you consider yourself an incel at this point?
No, because I mean, it would be kind of hard for me to be celibate, considering the fact that I have had sex several, not just with my wife, but also with other men.
Are there people who have had sex that still consider themselves incels because they haven't had it for so long?
Me?
I just consider that unlucky.
Yeah, but Matt, you voluntarily don't want to have sex with Christina because you know that it'll poison your mind.
Yeah, that's why I'm an incel.
You're keeping yourself pure for our hidden
Discord server.
You're keeping yourself pure for our hidden marriage that's going to happen in a year.
Hidden, our secret. It's so hidden. You don't even know.
Can you end this segment with secret rendezvous from DDR?
Ah, damn it! No, wait. I have a story that could give us a perfect.
No, I mean the segment's not over yet. I just wanted to make a suggestion because it was topical to what I just said.
But will it be?
I don't know.
Well, let's see after this other story. So I'm browsing through Grindr at work, and I come across a profile, and I'm like, huh, this looks interesting. I check it out. Their profile says they're either FTM or MTF, and they have a removable penis. And they shouldn't have said that because my first instinct, and the one that I go with, is I send them a YouTube link to the detachable penis song.
Good old classic by King Missile. I told you guys I sang that at karaoke one time, right? Well, I more like recited it at karaoke.
No, actually.
No.
We had a 4th of July party and my friend had a karaoke machine and I looked through the songs and I'm like, oh my God, you have a detachable penis by King Missile? Well, I'm going to do that one.
I remember hearing that on the radio.
No shit, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Huh. But another story. Hey, it's more like two stories. Surprisingly enough, there's a lot of couples on Grindr that are looking for a third person.
Yeah, because they're all
surprisingly enough. Well, no, there's like a lot of men and women in couples. So like I get a message from a couple of different couples. I was like, hey, I'm bi. My wife likes to watch me have sex with other men. And so I'm like, am I going to be part of a cut tweeting? And sure enough, it was for one of them. But for another, it was a black couple, black man, black woman. And they're like, hey, we want some white meat. Like, my wife wants to get fucked by a white man, and I want to fuck a white man. So I'm like, yeah, sure, fine.
But did you ever go back?
No, most of my encounters on Grindr have been like one and done. But that was my first ever Oreo.
I mean, you fucked a black woman and got fucked by a black guy. Did you ever go back?
No.
To white people.
Well, I'd still tap white people on Grindr, so I guess.
Yeah, but have you fucked anyone since then who was white?
I mean, I gave one dude a blowjob, but
Oh, okay. Well, I guess the rule's been disproven.
no, it's just I really don't care. Or I'll tap anybody as long as I consider them attractive enough and they consider me attractive enough. But let's see, what else do I have here? Oh yeah, Matt will remember this. I got falsely accused of being a pedophile.
Oh yeah, that
So-
was me. I falsely accused him of being a pedophile.
That's it.
Was accused.
I was just trying to take the heat off of me after that last episode.
Wait, what? I need to listen to 311 now. Oh wait, it's not up yet.
It's not out yet.
God damn it,
All you need
Matt.
to do is go on Matt's fucking either his Facebook or his Twitter or the Random Assault Twitter, I guess, and you can just see how much of a pedophile he is anyway.
No, now it's a furry.
Oh, okay. Well, it's
By the way,
same level of,
that
needs to
reminds
be
me of my like first Discord experience.
Oh, let's hear it.
Whatever.
Yeah, I
Oh.
join your guys' Discord, and I'm flipping through all the different chats that you have,
And then it was
Mhm.
and then I see one that catches my eye. Rats.
I don't remember what I called it.
Rats,
Rats,
and
rats
Jake.
bucket of fatties or something.
Like rats, like thing of big titties.
Yeah, because all he does is share like fat animal women.
Yeah, he does.
Just like, okay, I have to, and then I was like, oh no, and then I scrolled up even more, oh no, and then I scrolled even more, oh no.
Was this like when Dylan was posting his diaper first shit?
God
I remember
damn
that, actually.
It's like it's not even like furry stuff. It's just anything you can find depraved.
At least I try to keep it tame and just post like, I don't know, a homestuck porn. Fuck.
That's almost worse somehow.
Almost.
Considering some of the shit I've seen those bastards post, I don't think so.
No, because you're
Especially
reminding
since
people
most
that
of mine
Homestuck
is-
existed.
Oh.
Like your VG cats fucking spurg out.
God, I can't fucking believe you shared VG Cat's porn. What's
I
the
didn't
matter
know it
with you?
was. It's not.
I
porn.
did, and that's the problem.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
ashamed of myself.
You should be.
Yeah.
It wasn't porn. It was tasteful.
Listen here, you jackanape. It was tasteful lewds.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus Christ. Oh, wait, we're doing the show. I should check Twitter to see if Matt's been retweeting. a
No,
bunch of
my
porn
phone's downstairs.
right now. Oh, okay.
Oh, goody, we have you prisoner. So now I
Yeah.
can tell my false accusation story again.
Oh yeah.
So I finally got a certified gaming laptop so I can live stream. And
Alienware.
no,
I thought
it's
you were
a
about to say you got a shirt that
Oh,
says
you got
certified game.
He got a razor, bro.
no,
Oh.
I got an Omen. But but no, one night I wanted to stream Skyrim, and normally I stream with my friends because I can't fucking do commentary by myself. Have you seen my fucking Let's Plays? No, you haven't.
No, but I've heard you on this show, so it's close
So
enough.
fuck you. But no, so I'm just like, I'm gonna do an open mic stream. And so Dylan and Aquanaut show up, but also somebody from a Skype group I'm in. And at the time she was joined by Jasmine, and her Skype profile said she was 25. So I'm like, fuck it. So we're all, I'm just doing my thing, going through Markarth. And at some point, either Dylan or Aquanaut start talking about cuts, which leads to a conversation about daddies, which leads to Jasmine to ask if I would be her daddy, and that made me super fucking uncomfortable. So I'm like, yeah, no, I'm out. Stream's over.
Ew, a girl.
No, it wasn't ew a girl. It's ew daddy taint. I fucking hate daddy taint. It's disgusting.
Look, you just got to do it once to get out of your system, and then it's all good.
No.
But no, can you clear something up for me? Every time Aquanos shares your fucking, like, he shares a stream in the Discord, and it's labeled Bombastic Blake and Friends. Now, is that like actually your stream he's sharing, or is that his stream renamed to look like it's yours because your name on the Discord is Alex's name? I can't tell who's who anymore.
And Blake and Friends live stream is my Twitch channel. So anytime he
With
posts,
a picture of the Asian guy.
yes, as Dan Kuroto,
Okay.
aka the gaming god. Yeah, that's me. So
Okay, I didn't know if he was sharing your stream like ironically, or if he just posted his own stream and renamed it to Bombastic Blake and Friends as like an inside joke.
No, he always shares my stream. He spams every single fucking server that he's in. I'm waiting for him to spam like the 4chan stream that he got added to. Because then things are going to go downhill.
That sounds like a great time.
But yeah, so I end the stream, and I think that's the end of it. But no, Jasmine fucking messages me on Discord and like, hey, I was serious about you being my daddy. Also, I'm not 25. I'm 14 going on 15. At which point, I straight up spurred out, and I'm like, no. Oh,
dude, fucking, you're in.
No, I ran to as many people as possible, and I'm like, hey, yo, get me the fuck out of this situation. Help.
You ran to as many people as possible, and you're like, a 14-year-old girl wants to molest me. Someone help.
I'm like, hey, yo, I've seen enough to catch a predator to know where this is going. I don't want a part of that.
You go straight to the police.
Oh, Christ. But that actually wound up backfiring on me, because the Skype group that we were both in and belongs to this brony analysis YouTuber. Or no, it was a brony drama channel. So he made a video and it's like, hey, yeah, this guy has said no to an underage fan. Why can't the rest of you? And his crazy ex-girlfriend found it and read and had the girl on and was like, hey, this guy's a pedophile. And I fucking hear about it, so I'm like, God damn it. And I start asking people on Twitter her to look into this. And it turns out that she's done this to other dudes to try and get them to buy her games and shit. And so, long story short, the accusation gets dropped. I get apologized to, and now I can continue to stream Yu-Gi-Oh! And Fallout 4 in peace.
Gee, I wonder why Alex left the show.
Now I can continue to get underage girls in peace.
Wait, what was that, Dan?
Now I can continue to get underage girls in peace.
Yeah.
Fuck you!
It reminded me, not to bring up this faggot, but the DSP thing where he where someone was trying to catfish him.
Oh no!
He fall for it, which is hilarious. That he's the one who like fucking exposed them. Instead of around.
Speaking of which, I got catfish on Grindr too. God damn it!
Jeez.
So what happened
that's
was
not really an uncommon occurrence.
Yeah, but I was smart enough to like actually try and figure out whether this person was real or not. And when it turned out it wasn't, I'm like, hey, yeah, I found out. Now, tell me why, or I'm just going to go ahead and leave.
What I'm about to say might be perceived as homophobic, but gay people are all extremely fucking desperate, so it really doesn't surprise me that shit goes on at all.
Oh, no, it's true. It's me doubly so, because up until I was in high school, nobody found me attractive. So
yeah, me too, but I eventually got some sweet strange, and here we are.
Yeah, so did I, motherfucker. Or you ain't the only one.
You could say that Mitch went to the dark side.
It's true.
Yep. Come to the dark side. We have cookies XD rar.
You're off the show.
No. Did you see who posted that fucking thing where it was like female weeb in high school starter pack and it was like extremely laser targeted? And I'm like, oh man,
yeah, it was like
so accurate.
Yeah, it was. I feel like the person who made that was probably a female weeb in high school.
They had to have been because that was like fucking like that was my sister.
Yeah,
like, that was spot on. So y'all played any good video games lately? I mean,
so you want to hear about my Destiny Jew story?
You know what? Let's go to break. We'll come back in segment 2. We'll tell your segment Jew, and we'll tell your Destiny Jew story.
Segment Jew.
All right.
Oh no, I haven't been broadcasting. No,
oh no!
You actually scared me for a second.
Yeah, I scared myself.
It was like when we filmed that RA Tries and then we realized the lens cap was on the entire time.
Oh no.
That pissed me off.
You could have made an audio
No, the
version.
microphone was on was off or something.
I love gum. This little lady wants it, so you better give us some. I love gum. Shoot it on the face and shoot it on the bum.
By the way, when's the next?
The microphone wasn't on because they used to shop.
When is the next RA Tries?
Fuck if I know.
Yeah, right. Like
never.
When the McRib comes back, have Mitch eat a McRib and have his insides fall out again.
That sounds funny. That sounds like a funny joke. Maybe
cook a bunch of you should cook a bunch of spaghetti and put it in your shirt and then just have it sliding out like it's your intestines.
I'm sure. No, look. I only did like one body horror thing, and it was the unicorn
Frappuccino.
And it's like, okay,
That was a great.
like 15 minutes
That
to
was a
run
great
to the store,
freaking
grab
video.
a pack of chicken gizzards, and go to Starbucks before it closes and get this stupid drink so I can film this. That was filming under a fucking creative time limit. I'll tell you what. I filmed that whole thing in like under an hour.
That's nice.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe when Alex comes back from Japan, maybe he'll bring back some cool candy, and next time we visit or whatever, if he visits.
No, as soon as he comes back, we have to lower him to the ground, under the ground again.
Yeah.
He gets one visit a year.
Yeah.
This time we have to make sure we send his sarcophagus out to fucking sea so he can come back.
Have you guys ever had like ramen soda?
Ever had what?
Ever had what?
It's called like ramen soda.
Ramune. Yeah.
Ramen.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good, but unfortunately over here it's like super expensive for like the size
Weird.
of the bottle you get. No, it's
Yeah.
great. Like
It's more
ramen
like
is really tasty.
it's like you're
But-
paying for the experience.
You're paying the weeb tax. Like
Yeah.
but the soda is good. It's really bubbly and it's really sweet. It's just like, oh, I took 2 sips and it's gone.
Yeah.
That's it.
But the
And
bottles
it's
are cool
gone.
to have with the marble on the inside, so you know.
So is this segment Jew or
Yeah, I'm sure Matt's gonna edit in some of that stuff earlier, but who knows? Tell us your destinies.
Are you guys still there?
yes?
Okay, my screen went completely silent,
Oh,
Oh,
so it's like, oh no. Okay, so in Destiny was very like off and on game. I'm pretty sure you know this already.
Yeah, I only played the vanilla stuff. I never played like Taken King or any of that.
Yeah,
stuff.
Taken King is kind of what revitalized the game. And
Yeah,
that's
'cause
kind of what this
it
new.
seemed like
That's
they
kind of
fixed
what
it.
that's what Forsaken did too. But it was for the longest time like Destiny was just so bad.
I know. I told you I
Because-
played it.
No, I mean like for Destiny 2, because like they had spent the last 2 years like building up, actually 3 years. They had spent the last 3 years fixing the game that was broken. And then
Yeah.
they actually fixed it and it was
And then
good.
they
And it was
released a
fun.
broken game.
And then Destiny 2, they literally pushed the reset button on every bit of progress they made the
Yeah.
last 3 years. So it was like, and that's why, like, I'm not calling it Destiny Jew as like a joke, because that's actually like what it was. It was like, okay, yeah, they lowered reward chances. Everything was more expensive.
Well, yeah, they got to sell those loot boxes
It was-
or whatever.
It was, yeah, and then like the whole thing with the loot boxes, it literally was Destiny Jew.
Destiny Jew.
I mean, that came out like right before Battlefront 2 kind of poisoned the fucking well for everything, right? And like Activision and Blizzard are owned by like the same parent company. So I'm sure once they saw how well that was working for Overwatch, they were like, yeah, we could put this in Destiny. Fuck it.
But like the sickening thing is that it wasn't Activision's decision to like focus on loot boxes. That was all Bungie, evidently.
I don't know. I mean,
Oh no.
I don't know. I don't know people at Bungie, so I can't like say
Yeah,
whether or
but
not
so
that makes any
it's
sense.
so I'm gonna give you like the rundown of like the development history of Bungie. There are 2 teams for Bungie, or there
Yeah.
were, I should say, because it's not this case anymore, and that's why the game's doing a lot better. There were 2 teams. There was the launch team that would make content and move forward, and then there was the live team that would like actually fix everything and make it playable.
Yeah.
And it was this back and forth of like the second team liked the community and did community requests and like actually tried to fix the problems, while the first team just created more problems.
Right.
Didn't give a shit.
We're close to the unemployment line anyway. Fuck them.
Yep.
I mean, I
So-
heard there was a lot of like development issues with Destiny 1 anyway, like something about them having to like
they had
they
to.
wanted to make changes.
So
to,
like for the
something with,
game's
like,
story, Activision came in, looked at it, and was like, "No, you need to start over from scratch. Everything,
that sounds
scrap
like
everything,
that.
start over from scratch."
Yeah.
And so they did. Yeah, and like getting into like the Third Strike, that was my clan. We were known as the Third Strike.
Yeah. That's a Street Fighter game.
Yeah. It's. I'm trying to remember like exactly what I wrote down for it. It was, "We will exterminate the Cabal beneath our boots as we goose step to victory."
Jesus.
God damn it. God, no wonder. Or
And
Thanks,
I was
dude.
like putting like the clan requirements. You have to be human. You have to have blonde hair, blue eyes.
Oh my god.
God damn it.
You can't like you can
Well,
be an exo if you want to.
My
No
character's an
Awokens.
exo. My character's an XO, so I'm fucked. And then in Destiny 1,
No. You can be an XO because it was a man-made machine.
Okay.
You
then
can't be an
Destiny
Awoken.
1 me would be
No
fucked because I was
Awokens.
Awoken in that game.
So yeah, then this so bad. Like then they like released like the Leviathan, and that's the worst raid Destiny has like ever had.
I don't know. Based on what I've heard from other podcasts and shit, it just seems like every raid they release is like the worst thing ever. Like apparently they're great when you beat them, but they're so frustrating to get through because it requires like such precise teamwork and like position and stuff.
Yeah. Now let's face it, a bunch of Aspergs screaming at the screen aren't exactly the type of people that be playing this game.
So
I mean, I guess if you're gonna have 6 people on a fire team, you got to make sure the thing is super fucking difficult to get like done, so it doesn't feel like everyone's just like, oh yeah, we beat the raid first day, whoop these shit.
Yeah, like the best raid in all of Destiny was called Wrath of the Machine, and it was you come in and you find the final boss, and he's like one of the fallen dudes. He's a fallen Kel, yeah, but he's like missing his lower half, and he's attached to the wall.
Oh, jeez.
And that's how he fights. Is that he's like using because he's attached to the wall, this big machine in the wall. He's just like using all the turrets and sending ads at you.
And it's a shame because like a lot of the stuff I've seen from these raids, like when Corey was
but then like here's the coolest part is that once you like kill him, he kills over, and you think that he's dead, but you still like the raid isn't over yet.
Yeah.
And then there's a flashing light on his chest. So you shoot the flashing light, and then he roars back to life, and the machine lowers him into the ground, and then he rises up with robotic spider legs.
That's what I'm trying to say.
And he pulls out this giant shotgun, and he starts teleporting around the room.
Everything I've seen from these raids, just like cursory glances when I've seen other people playing them, looks super neat. Like whatever the first raid was for Destiny 2 with that big fat guy like on the throne, and then I would come home from work and Corey would be playing it, and she'd be like she'd be like trying to shoot his like giant ethereal face that's like sucking everyone in. I'm like, that looks super rad, but probably really frustrating to actually beat.
Yeah, it's super frustrating. Like, honestly, that's the worst raid.
I don't know.
Everything, because it's like they combine aspects of every single raid, but they took the worst like challenge from every single raid.
I mean, all I'm saying
put
is
it all into one melting pot.
But knowing how these things go, it's probably like super hard.
What's really cool about Callus's raid boss, the big fat guy. Like as you're shooting him, bits of him are flying off, and it's revealed that he's actually a Terminator.
Oh.
So it's like when you're shooting, he's not even the real Callus; he's just a Terminator duplicate. Challenge you.
I don't know. I might eventually play a bit of Destiny 2 because it's free on PlayStation.
Dude, Forsaken, get the Forsaken expansion. I would actually recommend it.
Depends on how much it costs because I
overhauled the entire game.
Well, because the problem was Corey got the season pass of everything in Destiny 1, but that only included like the first 2 expansions. And then when Taken King came out, that wasn't included. And to get that, you basically had to spend another $60 to get everything else all over again. It's like we already own everything. There's no way to buy Taken King by itself. So if there's no way for me to buy like Forsaken by itself, then what's the fuck's the point? But I think I have I have some friends on like another podcast, not friends, but I know some people on another podcast who might be playing that like coming up soon, and I might want to actually try playing it. Do you have to beat the campaign before you can do multiplayer shit in that game?
No, you can just do it right off the bat.
Okay, because I know Destiny 2 actually has like a story mode this time, which is like, oh cool, they did the thing that everyone thought they'd do in the first game, and then they didn't.
Okay, so you want to know the funny thing with that too?
Yeah.
The game was all right from the start because everyone liked the story mode, and the story mode actually like took you a while to beat.
Yeah.
But then like the first 2 DLCs came out, and the stories were awful. They were bad.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But then Forsaken came out, and just Forsaken's good. It's a good story.
But they killed off like the only cool character, right?
Yeah. Well, hey, we saw Lord Shaxx. That guy's great.
I don't know. I fucking, based on like the few lines I've heard of Cade from playing the first missions in that fucking story mode, he seems really annoying. He's like, get it? He's the funny Marvel guy who says the funny things.
He does?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
He makes the funny joke.
And he's a robot.
I know, but it's not like a Marvel thing where it's like he's a shallow character on the outside, because like you learn that the reason he does that is because he's actually like tormented on the inside.
Oh, so he's like a DeviantArt character.
Yeah,
kind of. Kind of. But you find out that he's like the only person that was still alive that actually like remembered the whole apocalypse thing.
Yeah.
He's literally the only character that actually remembers that happening, but he keeps it to himself.
Oh, so he's like the Mad Hatter from the Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland movies. I don't even know if that's. I don't even know.
You're just trying to make it sound worse. Than
I don't know if
is.
that's even an accurate like analogy. I just wanted to piss you off.
He's Deadpool.
Yeah, he's Deadpool.
He's Deadpool.
Oh god.
Fucking yeah.
So
I just wish I cared about that universe because, like I said, I played through like the first couple of missions and
because like, here's
I don't know who any of these characters are. I don't know who the blue awoken guy
now
is.
they
I don't
finally
know who this bald black chick is.
Now they finally have lore tabs in the game, so.
Oh, so I don't have to go to Bungie.net to read my grimoire.
Yeah,
cards
now it's like Dark Souls, where you can just like go over to the Kodak and find every lore piece you've ever found.
Or Final Fantasy 13.
oh no.
You know the thing that like every single game has, and it took Bungie like freaking 4 years
to
learn how to implement it.
I really feel like that was more Activision's doing than Bungie's doing, because like, come on, it's the same studio that made like Halo and Marathon games with like somewhat intricate stories.
Yeah, but I thought a lot of people who worked for Bungie weren't there anymore.
Probably not, but I don't know. I like to assume they would want to keep the same sort of standards from the past 2 shooter series they've done.
Maybe, unless they're all different people.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, so remember how I was telling you about the 2 different development staffs?
Yeah.
So yeah, Activision axed the pre-development team.
Oh no.
No, they axed the Jews. Against the Jews.
That's good.
So now, but kind of.
Damn it.
So it's like they didn't get fired, but they were sent to Gear Fire Studios.
So that's
Fire
bad.
with a Y. No, it's good.
Oh, so
because
good.
now they're making the exact games they want to be making for the Chinese market.
Oh. Oh no, they're working for Tencent
So now they
now?
can be as much of a Jew as they want to be, because they can actually make
the Chinese
microtransaction
are just
games
the
over
Jews of Asia, so like
Yeah.
God damn it.
So, so yeah, they were fired. They were Gear fired.
I
wanna be,
supported the
I wanna
Chinese
be-
black market.
I want to be Angel fired.
Oh, do you?
I did it. I think.
I supported the Chinese black market by buying bootleg anime DVDs.
Oh, sweet, dude.
Yeah, dude. I got City Hunter.
Oh, nice.
City Hunter is actually, I watched the first episode. Unfortunately, it's like, so it's definitely ripped off of like a torrent, because like the first scene is, I mean, the first thing you see.
Notes.
Yes, exactly. And they're not that great. And like, they don't, if it's 2 people talking, they don't separate the lines. So like the next sentence goes into the next one.
Oh no.
But I was starting to like, it's not so bad where like, it's not like fucking Ghost in the Shell or something. Like this plot's really intricate.
Yeah, I want to watch City Hunter. It looks interesting.
The first episode's really cool.
Yeah.
So there's one more thing about Destiny I wanted to tell you.
Oh God. Okay, what's up?
God damn it.
No.
Okay, now do you want to hear? Like, I will stop talking about Destiny after this. Do you want to hear about like some of the lore things with the Hive?
Not really.
The Hive enemies.
Aliens,
did you know
that
that they're
aliens
did
are
you know
here?
Did you know that Oryx is a transgendered?
Who's Oryx?
What, like from Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, so Oryx are transgendered?
No, Oryx. Orxy. It's a character. He was like the leader of the Hive. He was the Hive god.
I don't remember a single goddamn thing from Destiny 1, so you're going to have to work with me here.
Is that why his name has an X and a Y in it?
Yeah, so it's like, okay, so...
All I remember is the last
did you know,
mission was in this big semicircle room, and I had to shoot 3 giant black guys, and that was it.
So you didn't even play any of the raids.
No, God, why would I? Like,
you're freaking scrub.
No, because the game wasn't that fun, and I was like, cool, I beat the story mode in quotes. I guess I'll play another game now.
Yeah, so it's just it's one of those like it's one of those just like fantasy like bullshit things where it's like she was so overwhelmed by the power that she became a man.
Cool.
So
all right, whatever.
Became the Hive god of the Hive.
So speaking of scrubs and ridiculously hard games,
I love that show.
I said no. It is a good show, but
it's a good show.
I finally found a game that I regret hearing about from you guys because I played it and I was bad at it. Bacon Man.
Club.
No, it was Bacon Man, and holy shit! I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting old, but that might be one of the hardest fucking games I've ever played. Like, I could barely get out of the first level.
I mean, the last time I played that was like literally 4 years ago at Fig.
Me too.
So I don't really
it
remember.
might just be a shit game.
It might be. But then again, I immediately jumped from that to the first Shantae, and I sucked at that too. So, like, again, maybe I'm just getting old.
No, Shantae is fucking hard. Well, I'm also old.
I'm legitimately like, I question if I should even bother with the first Shantae because it seems like it might just be a little too old to hold up. But like, I want to play like Risky's Revenge and
I feel
Pirate's
like it's too ambitious.
Yeah, but I mean,
a lot of stuff, but it's fucking hard.
Yeah, like it looks cool as shit, but it's like I almost feel like I would rather just skip straight to like Risky's Revenge or Pirate's Curse or maybe even Half Genie Hero, just because they're more like available.
Yeah,
because my 3DS is broken right now, so I could get Shantae, but I'd have to wait until I got a new 3DS.
What happened to your 3DS?
The top screen got cracked, like from the outside. I don't know how. Something must have fallen on it, and I had it on my desk, and then I like opened it the one day because like, I have no more Switch games to play right now. Maybe I'll take my 3DS to work. And I turn it on, and there's a fucking crack in the screen. And I'm like, what? When?
You don't have any Switch games because there aren't any Switch games.
Fuck you! I'm playing through Mega Man 9 and 10 right now.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Mega Man, I bought.
Did you get the Legacy Collection?
Not only did I get the Legacy Collection, but I also got the X Legacy Collection.
Oh,
I'm gonna pick those up
okay.
soon, too.
Oh, that was on my list. I forgot to mention it.
Yeah.
Did you play the challenge mode?
I haven't gotten to them yet. I am going to be playing the Legacy version of Mega Man 1 this month.
God, you're in for a fucking you're in for a whirl of hurt, buddy.
Oh boy.
No, it's because Mega Man 1 is just so like archaic and old compared to the newer ones that like it's just hard for that reason. Like half the power-ups that drop from enemies aren't health pickups or ammo pickups. They're these little balls that give you more points for your score. And he's got like a weird
Fury got it done in 2 parts.
Yeah, Vanilla Fury.
A weird sense of like traction in 1.
Watch our Let's Play of Mega Man 1 on Vanilla Fury YouTube.
Let's Play of Shinobi. I was in it.
Yeah.
I mean, even not using save states, I managed to beat Mega Man 1 in like about an hour. So it doesn't really surprise me that you guys did it that fast, but
well, I just watched it.
Well, you know what I mean.
No.
Okay. Mega Man 9, it's not. I don't know how to feel about that one because the weapon selection of Mega Man 9 is like the best in the series, I think. But the
Splash Woman.
Splash Woman's great too. The problem with Mega Man 9 is that the difficulty curve is really weird. The levels like start out somewhat easy, and then in the middle they get really fucking hard. There's like usually one spot where like I always would die. And then it felt like the levels got easier as you got closer to the boss, and then the boss is like a fucking joke. It's really weird. Yeah.
The only side-scrolling Mega Man games that I've been able to beat are X4 and X5. And so I don't know if that.
Oh, X4 is so good.
I'll tell you, in terms of classic Mega Man, I feel like 2 and 5 are probably the easiest.
Did you know about Rookie X Hunter mode?
I'll probably find out about it.
No.
Literally, like in the start menu, it's like, would you like to enable Rookie Hunter mode? And that turns the game into piss easy mode.
Oh boy. I play on the easiest difficulty when I do Let's Plays just because I'm trying to churn out the videos as fast as possible.
But then you don't get to do the funny rage thing.
I mean, there are still some games that even on their easiest difficulty, they're still a little hard to get through, like the first Devil May Cry.
Well, that's because you're clinically retarded.
Well, no, it's a sacred game. I get it, but that game is so fucking stupid hard. That underwater level is the worst underwater level I've ever fucking played.
I forgot there was an underwater.
I haven't beaten that one yet, but like I played a little bit of it, and I'm like, yeah, this feels like really rudimentary because Devil May Cry was like gonna be Resident Evil 4, so it feels very Resident Evil-ish and not like I imagine if I went like straight from 1 to 3, I would see the difference immediately.
Well, I feel like it's
then
like,
you'd miss 2, and 2 is my favorite.
2 would be your favorite.
Well, it's almost like a step up from it's like Resident Evil, Onimusha, then Devil May Cry. Like it's like it's the same fixed camera angles.
Yeah.
But like the play style gets switched up.
Yeah, but like the Devil May Cry 1 still feels like so much like Resident Evil. It's like every time you get an item, it does a thing where it like shows you the name of the item as it like zooms in on the screen.
Oh, I know.
And then when you look at something, it like slowly pans across that thing with like a text thing. Like I have to move this block.
It's the same thing with Onimusha.
Yeah, and I guess like Dino Crisis.
Maybe. I never really got too far in Dino Crisis.
I never played it. It just seems like Dino Crisis was like the natural evolution from Resident Evil.
I just didn't realize at the time you weren't supposed to try to kill the T-Rex. So I would never get past that part. But you really
if you got the chance to kill a T-Rex, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, I know. You're supposed to just run past them.
So you know how I was telling you about the X challenge mode, right?
Mm-hmm.
It pits you up against 2 Mavericks at the same time. Pits you up against 2 bosses.
Oh God!
And are they completely randomized, or?
They're set. It's a like kind of a set path. It kind of goes with the theme. So it's like you fight Chill Penguin and Frost Walrus is like the first one.
I remember Frost Walrus.
See, the first time I played Mega Man X was the PSP remake. So I'm just used to hearing Chill Penguin be like, "You're finished."
Yeah, it does that a lot. But here's the greatest thing: if you finish the whole thing on hard mode and finish like all the bosses,
what happens?
So like it's giving you
boobs.
I didn't see that for free. God damn it!
Actually, that's normal mode. I'm not joking.
Oh, is there like slutty concept art that you get to unlock, or?
Yeah, so like you unlock a concept art of like the 3 trackers from X8, which are the 3 girls like in bikinis eating ice cream. That's your reward for completing it on normal.
Nice.
I was talking about Iris Wreck 4.
That's it. The one that dies and makes Zero do the funny line.
What am I fighting for?
Oh.
So, there's a video somewhere where someone put that line on top of I should be the one to fill your dark soul with light, like at the same time as what am I fighting for?
Okay, so if you finish it on hard, while it's giving you your reward screen, it's showing you your score. It gets interrupted with the warning hazard that a boss is approaching. It interrupts your score. And it's like then it gives you a text scroll that says, "For years, you've used your abilities and weapons to overpower Mavericks. Now prepare to find out what it's like to be on the receiving end." And then it loads up. And then it loads up one more fight.
And it's Dr. Wily wearing a strap on.
Ultimate Armor X versus Awakened Zero.
Ooh. Oh, so it's the same thing as X5.
Here's the crazy thing, though. So that it starts that way. They're just using their like programmed things from X. What the?
Uh-oh! Did he die?
No, you're buzzing.
Oh crap! There, is that better?
Yeah.
Oh no! Yes, Dr. Wawi is transmitting into this podcast.
Okay, but anyway, where was I?
You were going to talk about Dr. Wily fucking you with a slap.
Okay, so it starts from like that's how the boss fight starts, is that they're using their pre-things from X5.
Mm-hmm.
When you kill one of them, the other goes into an ultra mode and he does stuff that's completely unique.
Sounds
so
like some
if you
Dragon
kill
Ball Z bullshit.
Yeah, if you kill X first, Awaken Zero like ditches the flames and he turns into the Black Armor Zero and he goes fucking nuts. He's like jumping and spin dashing across the screen like Sonic.
Okay, so the farthest I ever played in this series is X4. Does it get more like Dragon Ball Z bullshit as the series goes on?
Like, what do you mean?
Like with this bullshit where it's like Awakened Zero and Ultra Instinct.
No,
X
so like Awakened Zero was the is like your punishment for doing bad in X5.
Yeah,
it's like, okay, it's like you didn't get any of the ship parts, you didn't defeat any of the Mavericks, you tried to jump straight to the end. This is your punishment. You have to fight Zero.
Well, no,
you have to fight like Ultra Zero.
Even if you get fucking all the because I used to play X5 religiously. Even if you get all the parts, sometimes you'll just get the bad end anyway. And so that was like a heaping helping of bullshit.
I don't know. I remember hearing a lot of people complaining about like the PS2 era X games, where they introduced like Axel. I never played them. I only had X4 as a kid.
I tried playing.
X7 is bad. X8 is amazing. X8 is
I don't know. I never played them.
What about X?
Like everyone just dismisses X. That doesn't exist.
What about Azure Striker Gunvolt?
I still need to buy that.
I actually want to play that one.
They're fine. The gameplay's a little weird because it's about like tagging enemies and then zapping them with electricity, so it's not nearly as like run and gun as the Mega Man games are. But if you try to like do the speed challenges, then it becomes challenging. And then in Gunvolt 2, there's a second character called Copen, and he plays a lot more like actual Mega Man. Like every time you beat a boss, you basically get a power that lets him switch his weapon type, and he's got a cool air dash that like targets enemies instead of having to shoot him with like the gun first.
Yeah,
that's kind of neat.
Yeah, but anyway, this hidden fight, it's just like I'm just surprised how much effort they actually put into it.
Well, because nowadays
like
you have to pay for that shit.
Yeah,
and it was like some extra cool bullshit for people who like really go at it.
Yeah, but like I was saying, though, it's that like if you kill X first, like Zero goes nuts and he's like jumping all over the place, and he's using every single ability from like every game.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so every ability that you get as Zero to use as Zero, he's now using against you.
Nice. I guess that's kind of similar to when you get. I forget how it happens, but when you get everything in Mega Man X or in Mega Man 7, you can fight Proto Man, and it's like a thing, right?
Right.
I forget how it works. You get like all the power ups or something, and then Proto Man will fight you, and you get a shield if you beat him.
I'm still waiting for them to stop fucking dicking us around and announce Mega Man Legends 3. That's all I want.
Yeah,
well, I guess you're gonna be waiting until you die, because I don't think that's gonna happen.
We're getting another Mega Man X game because this was successful.
Oh yay! That's good.
Hopefully we'll get Mega Man Legends 3. It's like then we will be happy.
I never played 2. I have it. Same thing with Tron Bon. I gotta play those.
The only two games that I want from Nintendo that they keep dicking us on are Legends 3 and Golden Sun 4.
Well, I mean, Legends isn't really Nintendo's doing. It was just going to be on the 3DS. Like, for all we fucking know, they could eventually announce Legends 3 and just say it's like a PS4 exclusive or some bullshit. I don't think they'd do that, but they could.
Well, then I'd have a reason to get a PS4. And if Golden Sun 4 gets announced on the Switch, then I'll have a reason to get a Switch.
What about Destiny 2?
Destiny 2 can suck a fat cock.
What about Spider-Man?
It really can.
I've heard good things about Spider-Man. I've seen all the YouTubers going nuts over it and doing the soy boy and shit and taking selfies with pride flags. Speaking of pride flags, I went to Pride for the first time.
Like this person and talking like this person in real life.
I said, fuck you. That's what you do. That's your character, though.
On the show, dickhead, I don't walk around just saying like, "Oh, I can't believe the Jewish shills are trying to get me to see the new Star Wars movie."
Do you honestly think I talk like that in real life? No, yes. No, I don't. I'm saying it on here because that's what's expected on here.
We don't expect anything from you anywhere, especially not on this show.
Okay,
I'm on Twitter and I just saw a picture of that with Spider-Man and the fucking fag flag, and this guy wrote, "Thinking about all the 12-year-old kids who will be playing this game and seeing this in towns where it's not safe to put the flag up."
Barack Obama tweeting Ahmed about seeing his clock,
seeing his miraculous clock.
We set up an air mattress in the other room. Please bring your clock over. I'm amazed. I just want to see it again.
I still love that fake tweet. Well, those are fake tweets.
Yeah,
obviously. But I still love that other fake tweet of Trump saying, like, bring your clock over to the White House and beat your fucking ass.
So speaking of pride flags, I went to my first ever Pride this year.
Did you get your
down in Pittsburgh?
Oh, you went to a group of lions?
No, I went.
Was that the one where you were wearing the
faggots?
Oh, were you the one wearing the Pride shirt? Or were you the one wearing the random assault shirt? It's like, hey, here I am at the Pride Festival.
No, I was wearing a shirt that had a swastika over it, and it was no'd out, but the no was in rainbow colors.
Was that what they were singing at the beginning of The Lion King? Ah, he's a faggot. His name is Blake Carissimo. He's a faggot, yeah. Faggot, yeah.
So
that was Persona, by the way.
What?
Yeah, so I have
wearing the Pride shirt.
I have a question for you guys.
Yes.
If you had JoJo stands, what would they be?
We already did this, or Lee Tran did it.
Okay, can I give you JoJo stands?
Yeah, and then I'll tell you what mine actually will be.
Okay, Mitch, your stand would be Crush 40.
Oh shit, that's a good one. What's the power?
And it would allow you to go fast.
That's it. I could just go real fast. Sweet.
But is it fast enough to cancel out the world?
And then that.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of like what Matt's was. Yours would be Depeche Mode.
Huh.
And I'm trying to think, like, man, I had these all written down. I can't find it anymore.
You fucking like paper exists. You know that, right? Like you can just write shit down on paper.
You just lose the paper.
I was gonna say, I'm looking at my Word document with all my topics. Get fucking step your game up.
Yeah, so basically, Matt, you would have like the stand powers. You know, you would have the words like silence, and you could like eliminate all sound.
That's cool.
I'll tell you what my stand actually.
And then I wrote down Kate's is like she's her stand is Cotton Eye Joe.
That's great.
And her power is she questions where people came from and where they went.
Yes, she knows exactly where people have been.
Oh god. So my actual stand would be emotion, and its power would be that I could manipulate other people's emotional states.
That's fucking gay.
Yeah. Well, okay, fine. Then my stand would be called Boy Problems, and I would be able to just summon a bunch of boys, and they'll be able to harass people for me.
See, that's way better. Mine's just girls just want to have fun, but it's with girls. So I just hire.
Yeah, because when Lee Tran did that banner like a long time ago, he asked us this already. So like I think his stand is called Suit and Tie. I don't remember what its power is. Yours was girls just want to have fun, and I forget what yours power was too.
I don't remember.
And then mine was Liquid Tension Experiment. And
all right, you want to know my stand?
Yeah, go for it.
My stand is Africa, and I can make it rain whenever I want to.
Jeez.
That's great.
My stand is fight for your right, and I just cause parties to happen wherever and make people feel awkward themselves to death.
The other idea I had for Matt's stand was it's called the Sad Boy, and it prevents him from dying. It has a sphere of influence, so he can stop other people from dying.
Oh my god!
The drawback is that they're really sad.
Yeah, they want to die, but they physically can't.
Yeah.
So speaking of JoJo, Mitch, are you watching the Part 4 dub, or are you just waiting for Part 5?
I'm waiting for Part 5, dude. I watched Part 4 when it's coming out.
Yeah.
When's
Part 5 coming out?
October, so like real soon.
Everything comes out in October.
I know, dude. Fucking Mega Man 11, The World Ends with You, JoJo Part 5.
No, fuck all that. I'm talking like Castlevania.
Oh yeah, Castlevania as well. Shit, you're right.
Some other stuff.
I'm going to a Real Big Fish concert in October.
Oh no.
Yeah, dude.
Oh well, now I have to change a song recommendation. Also, speaking of anime, I watched two total anime this year.
Totally Spies and
Totally Spies. No.
Winx.
One was Your Lie in
Winx
April,
Club?
and it made me cry like a bitch.
What was it called?
Your Lie in April. It's really fucking sad.
I've heard it was good. I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, so I know that you guys have a policy about like not mentioning other podcasts on this show.
Are you fucking kidding? Last time I was on here, I recommended like 2 or 3 other podcasts.
Just a couple episodes ago, I was just shitting on a bunch of other podcasts I listened to.
Yeah, we don't actually care.
Okay, so there's a podcast I was listening to. I'm not going to mention its name.
You can mention its name. It's fine.
Well, it's kind of shit now.
Oh,
say it.
So
say it.
Is it Talk Raider?
It's called Undercooked Analysis, and it was about creepypasta.
Man, all the fucking creepypasta things are just going to shit because
this is what the kids listen to now.
Yeah, so like this is the funniest thing though as to why. So they had
somebody got a girlfriend.
They had like they had one of those fictional things happen where it's like they had a fake argument over like which was the better Totally Spies girl. And they called it
things to have an argument. God damn it.
No, like it was a fake argument. So then they called it. They were going to call the arc the Spy-Fu Wars, where it's like then they would go get their own friends and make their own version of the show for like a couple episodes.
But then someone got actual mad.
But then something actually happened, and they actually broke up.
God.
I was telling
basically
one
dude
being in a podcast, being in a band, dude.
Basically, one dude invited somebody that the other dude didn't like.
Oh, yeah. We all know the brown one's the best one anyway.
That sounds like a really petty thing, but the thing is like the other, like the reason the guy didn't want this other person on is because he's just really shady and does a lot of like bad business practices, and he didn't want him on the show to damage the reputation of the show.
And he stole all their podcasting equipment. They couldn't do the show.
So it's like their show is still going, but without that other guy, it's not worth it anymore.
But all because that guy
kind of went.
All because that guy wanted to fuck his friend.
So the other anime I watched, was the other anime I watched, which was, and Mitch is gonna get mad at me for this, but it was Sword Art Online, because two of my friends won't shut the fuck up about it. And I'm like, you know what? Fine. I'm not. I know it gets hated, but I'm gonna give it a shot.
You know, I actually just remembered that was actually like one of the things I wrote down in my lost draft of topics. I'm a Sword Art apologist.
Well, I am too, because episode 3 made me fucking cry like a bitch.
I'm not gonna get mad at you if you guys want to waste your time with normie anime. You go right ahead.
The correct response was to get new friends, not watch Sword Art Online.
Yeah.
Well, considering the fact that these are the guys I stream and record with, I can't exactly find those kind of people out on the street.
I don't care. What's more important to you, watching normie fucking? I never really watched it. I don't know. It might be. Maybe I'd like it. I don't know. I won't watch it.
I mean, I hear they're making an updated version that like fills the plot holes and fills the time gaps, because that's my one big complaint, was that it kept fucking skipping through time. I'm like, no, I want to see the in-between shit.
Oh, I hate that. Yeah. I just don't watch stuff like that.
Don't expect anything great, but I do think it is like great. I think it's good for what it is.
I forgot that animes did that shit, because I was watching Trigun and I got to this one episode and I realized like, oh, this is the recap episode. I forgot like anime used to do.
Oh yeah.
When anime used to be like 26 episodes long instead of 13, and it's like, oh, we gotta like actually just catch everybody up on what they've already seen.
Well, Gurren Lagann did that.
Yeah, I know Gurren Lagann did that.
Oh, okay.
Every time I watch that show, I skip that episode.
Well, yeah.
Or Legend of Korra, and they were like, oh, we had to make one of these episodes or we fired half of our staff.
I got the first Avatar series complete on Blu-ray for like real cheap on Amazon yesterday.
Oh, it's on Blu-ray?
Yeah, the whole thing.
Oh shit.
And Korra is too. I'm gonna pick up Korra eventually as well. But I was like,
I knew Korra was on Blu-ray. I just didn't know the last air.
But why do you want to spend money on Legend of Korra?
Because I haven't watched it and I like Brown.
The first season wants to see the hot interracial lesbians. That's why.
Yeah.
Well, also I like that world, and I want to see. Like, I've heard Korra's not as good, but I want to watch it anyway.
Like the first season's good.
It's disappointing. I
don't know. I'll still watch it.
Dude, it's the same sort of deal as like I don't like Legend of Korra because it's the same reason I don't like episode 7 and 8. Because it's like someone pushing their fan fiction onto this better story and then like ruining the better story because of it.
Episode 7 and 8 of what?
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Oh.
It's like, here's a sequel story that like completely ruins everything you've seen before. Like this good story that you like, yeah, that's trash compared to this new story. And then this new story, like just like purposefully in the writing, tries to ruin things that happened before.
Fucking, I'm still gonna watch it at some point. I'll watch it before I pass judgment. It's the same thing with like I hear people complain about that fucking Voltron show, but I want to watch that.
Oh my god! So as one of the poor sods who still uses Tumblr, I've seen so much fucking drama involving Voltron, and it's also leaked onto Twitter too. I was just like, y'all need to fucking go outside and get laid. Stop fucking caring about gay ships, and worry about actual problems.
Blake, why would a bunch of
shipping
space rocks need to have a Christian wedding?
That too.
I said this before, and I'll say it again, and I'll say it forever. I do not give a fuck until they put two burly fucking guys in a children's cartoon making out.
I was really hoping
cowards. They're cowards.
I was really
hoping
everybody
loves lesbians. Everybody. No one gives a shit if you have two girls kissing in a fucking cartoon because people love it. I want two guys kissing.
Nobody cared about there was no fan outrage for Fear Effect.
I don't like lesbians. In fact, I think lesbians are the least happy people on the planet.
I don't care what you think.
I'm trying to remember. Was there any?
I'm sorry. You said that with such disdain. I don't care what you think.
I don't.
Hey, I have a question.
Yes.
Do you know if there was any like outrage over Fear Effect 2 back when that came out?
No, because outrage didn't exist in.
And no one played Fear Effect 2.
That too, yeah.
I was gonna say the fuck is Fear Effect.
The only reason anyone knew what Fear Effect 2 was because they saw it on like Cinematheque.
It's sort of a. So it's sort of like a it's like a Resident Evil style game, but it's like cell shaded.
Well, it's funny because I bought that game for my friend, and he ended up never playing it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I couldn't tell you what the gameplay of Fear Effect is like. I assumed it was a Resident Evil type game, but I'd only ever seen like the cutscenes, and that's it. And then they came out with a Fear Effect game like a couple years ago, and guess what? No one gave a fuck.
So somebody brought up Cinematheque, and the only reason anybody should have watched that show is to jerk it to the hentai scenes. And it's number one. Number two,
no hentai scenes in Cinematheque.
Yes, there were, motherfucker.
Maybe you're thinking of the later version called Nocturnal Emissions.
Yes, that's exactly what I was referring to.
Okay, I was referring to vanilla-ass Cinematheque from like 2003 when I was just like, oh my god, they're just showing video game footage on TV? Holy fuck!
The fuck is Cinematheque?
It was an old show on G4 where they would literally just show video game footage for like a half an hour from different games.
And nobody cared about it until they made the later version that included anime boobies.
I don't know. I cared about it because it was basically just what I watch on YouTube, but before YouTube existed.
So, speaking of like anime and shit, what are your guys' thoughts on the whole like Crunchyroll being run by a hand beast the size of my ex-wife and
I think we talked about
Indian Spice?
We talked about this in the last episode. I said I don't care.
Yeah, that show will come and go with no fanfare.
Yeah, nobody's gonna give a shit when I mean, even if it's, I'm gonna try it because I said in the last episode, I said it looked kind of cute. Like I'm gonna give it a shot, but like I don't give a fuck who's making it. As long as if the show's good or bad, I'll be able to tell by watching it.
I just laugh at their like attempts to claim, oh, we're so diverse, and it's a bunch of fat white women.
Oh yeah,
you really can't find one black boyfriend to throw in there. Come on.
Yeah, we said the same thing. We said how people are pointing out that they said that that trailer was such shit, and they're talking about how we're telling a story that's never been told before. It's about magical girls going to school. Like, okay, fucker, that's like every anime.
That's Little Witch Academia. That's the Sasami Magical Girls Club.
This is what you come to Random Assault for. You hear Bombastic Blake give the hottest takes of the fucking century.
Yeah. Shut up, Mitch.
I can't believe white women think they're diverse when they're all white women.
and white. They put OKKO on Hulu.
I should watch that.
I like it. And that also has a dyke. All children's cartoons have to have lesbians.
I really liked the fucking pilot for OKKO, but then like everything I saw of the actual show that came out afterwards, I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna
cowards.
I don't know. They had didn't they have like a gun control episode? And I'm like, come on.
I don't fucking know. I've only watched a few episodes.
I don't know.
What you should watch, Gohan. What you should watch, and you don't need a subscription. It's all on YouTube. Is a show called Legend Hero, and it's really fucking good.
Legend Hero.
It's a Korean and live action show. It's basically what if somebody tried to make basically a Power Rangers season, but with the story from Dynasty Warriors. So yeah, it's really fucking good.
Oh god,
it's Tokusatsu. Tokusatsu Romance of the Three Kingdoms or whatever.
Yes, and it's made by Korea, so it's not polluted by all the same Japanese tropes.
Yeah, just Korean tropes.
Is Liu Bu in it?
I'm not. Yes, Liu Bu is in it. Liu Bei is the main character.
So wait, what's it called?
Legend Hero.
Okay.
That's the most generic name in the fucking world.
Well, I think it has like a longer title in Korean, but I can't fucking read Korean.
Huh. What was I gonna say?
I can't read Korean, but I can recognize when I see it because it's like Japanese, but with more circles.
Yeah. when you said Legend Heroes, I thought you were talking about that Chinese Adventure Time, which is actually kind of
god.
It's like its own show, and it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
It was just inspired by Adventure Time.
No,
so I wanted to get those seasons on Blu-ray, but like they're $20 a piece. So I'm like, I don't know. I guess that's not that bad, but still.
Yeah, for like a whole season on Blu-ray, that seems like standard price.
I just don't remember how many episodes are in each season. I'd have to look.
I mean, well, they're all like 15 minutes long, so
or less. They're less than that.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. They fill like a 15-minute time slot.
No.
Yeah, they're like 11 minutes long.
No.
Yes.
You know they are exactly 11 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah, that fills a 15-minute time slot with commercials.
Yeah.
But if it's on YouTube, then it doesn't need commercials, except for ads.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really? This again?
It's never not going to be funny.
Okay, you want to hear?
I don't like Kerbifer, but that shit is so good.
Yeah, it's really good.
That was
You
way
guys wanna
back
hear,
fucked up, dudes.
Sonic,
guys
my
wanna
love,
hear,
what's wrong?
Sonic, my love, what's wrong?
Oh my
By
god!
the way, freaking Matt, I have been waiting almost a freaking year for you to finish that.
Finish what? Oh, you know what's funny? I almost read that in the last few episodes because like Mitch was like doing something to his girlfriend off mic, and I was about to start reading it, and then he came back, and then last week I think we weren't sure if we are going to have an episode, and I thought to myself, I'm just going to fucking read because Phil was on last week, and Phil wasn't sure if he could be on, and Mitch wasn't sure if he could be on, so I was going to just read that for 3 hours. So it's going to happen. It's just when I don't know.
How do you feel about your boy Richie Dick getting like real into Amy Rose porn lately?
What do you mean?
Oh no!
Does that happen?
Like a fucking tear of Amy Rose porn lately.
That's hilarious. Amy Rose is cute.
I know.
How old is she supposed to be?
Let's not delve into that.
She's 16.
Let's not think
Matt.
about that.
Gentlemen, we got him.
Hey, Matt.
God damn it! I just got through this. Fuck you guys.
Hey, Matt.
While her theme from Sonic Adventure 1's playing, so they're just
I
busting
just
them my door.
watched that.
Fire. Getting carted off.
Matt, I just watched that episode.
Which episode?
Where you're going, she's 16.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, how great was it that there was just a band in the 80s that was like, let's write a song about a 17-year-old girl?
No,
of course.
17.
Well, there's that, and there's the other guy who says she's just 16 years old. Everybody fucking wrote songs about teenagers.
Yeah, Oingo
And I
Boingo
can't-
especially.
Yeah, and I can't
Oh,
tell,
no, frickin' Boindo.
and I can't tell if it was because they wrote those songs when they were teenagers and they just performed them later, or if they were just fucking sick.
I just think there were less standards back in the 80s.
I was gonna say, considering the fact that the 70s or 80s was when and Dairy Glitter was active, I'd say the standards were much lower.
Yeah.
Well, because back in those days, women would get married at 12 and be pregnant by 13, and they'd die by the age of 19. So they had really short lifespans.
Well, that still happens. Well, that still happens now, but it's only in Muslim communities.
Well, yeah. Well, we were basically a Muslim community back in the 70s. I mean, like everyone was
lived
singing.
in a Muslim society.
Yeah, everyone was singing about their mama.
And it's funny is that the Muslims were actually living in now times, but they regressed.
Yeah.
Like those pictures I always see that I'm not really sure if were real or not. Of like Saudi Arabia, all the women are wearing like regular clothes.
It's because the Middle East wouldn't give us their oil, so we're like, oh, we got to fix that with a little bit of freedom.
So we dropped a bunch of burqas on them and told them to wear them.
You guys are too sexy. Cover up.
Yeah. Ooh. Brown women.
Brown women. I've got a great idea.
We need more brown women.
Leave them in the oven just a little too long. And I'll cover them like a toaster strudel.
So you guys want to hear something really sad just now?
Okay.
Yes.
Sure.
For a minute, I forgot I was on the episode, and I thought I was just listening to an episode.
Is it because we repeat ourselves?
No, because it was like I was actually laughing and having a good time.
Oh no. Well, we have to go to break if we're on a good tear like that because we can't have it.
We can't keep that going.
No.
I thought you boys understood. It's business. That's all it is. We all sell out every day. Might as well be on the winning team. Let's make some money.
I've got a great idea.
So what is that from?
It's Vince McMahon. It's
Vince
our
McMahon.
bad impression of Vince McMahon.
Oh, I thought it was like sometime when he got drunk. Because
No.
like,
Hold on, I'm gonna piss.
Okay.
all right, go piss.
No, it's what other people tell stories about him saying that, but I don't know who started the whole "I've got a great idea" thing.
I've got a great idea.
It might
No,
have been
I've
my.
heard-
Yeah.
I've heard something like that before. Or,
Yeah.
but it
Sound
was like Vince saying he wanted to make a Noah's Ark, but instead of like animals, he just wanted to fill it with gorgeous babes.
Well, there's also that clip from Beyond the Mat where he's talking to that guy and he keeps telling him he wants some. His gimmick will be that he pukes, And that it's just him going like, I've got a great idea. You're gonna puke on him. Now when I tell you to puke, you're gonna puke. It's like the weirdest shit. And then the guy's trying to puke, but he's too nervous and he can't. And it's just Vince McMahon saying, he's gonna puke. He's gonna puke. Like over and over again. It's bizarre. You can find it on YouTube. It's really strange. So then my friend and I just kept going back and we watched what's that movie that they did? The really no, the old movie.
Ready to Rumble?
Yeah. No, wait. Isn't that even? It's even older than that. Where Hulk Hogan asks the guy, "What's that smell?" and he says, "Dookie." What is
No Holds Barred.
That's it. Thank you. And it's there's literally a scene with like a black midget in a cage, and he gets a watermelon thrown at him or something, or Hulk Hogan throws watermelon at black people. I can't remember. Something like that happens with black people and watermelon.
Is this segment 3?
Sure. And then my friend and I kept going back and forth, like, I've got a great idea. This movie needs more racism, more midgets.
Get Yokozuna and tape his eyes back even.
Yokozuna was even like Japanese too.
It wouldn't surprise me because there was like an interview that Triple H did where he was talking about the fucking Katie Vick incident, and he was like, "Yeah, Vince is fucking nuts. Like 1 week he'll be like, you gotta be more extreme, and then the next week he's like, tone it down. We need to be more family friendly." So nobody knew what the fuck to do, and people still don't know what the fuck to do around the guy.
He's Samoan. Yeah, I was gonna say he had to be Samoan because everybody in wrestling is Samoan and related to The Rock.
Speaking of which, my girlfriend downloaded
Samoan.
Fortnite. No, she downloaded Fortnite today.
Oh, I'm doing the dance.
Why?
Oh no!
I don't think she likes it, which is the good thing. But she was downloading it as she was watching that new Kanye video on the other monitor.
Oh no!
So I watched that video once.
Today might be the day.
I watched that video once because Christina wanted to see it.
Dude, it's so funny. Like,
yeah, because Christina was like, "Look at Kanye, he looks so happy." And I'm like, I know he's having a blast.
I'm a sick fuck. I like the hedgehog. I'm a sick fuck. I like the Amy Rose.
What's weird is that who's the other guy? Is his name Little Pump or something?
Pump, one of these SoundCloud rappers. I don't know.
So Little Pump, like, he looks like he'd be a good-looking guy if he didn't look like a fucking monster.
Well, all these fucking dudes now have to look like Jared Leto Joker. So
yeah, what the fuck?
Well, two things. One, I only know of Little Pump because some YouTube rapper did a diss track on him and a bunch of other mumble rappers.
Oh, I'm sure he's doing great now, right? Because
he's passed like 2 million subscribers, so I guess he's doing fine.
But is he doing fucking Roblox music videos with Kanye? I don't think so.
I was like half asleep this morning, and Corey was listening to Eminem's like diss track of somebody, and I was just like,
Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah, and I'm like half asleep listening to him. Like, this guy's a fucking loser.
No kidding. He's been a loser I've been saying Eminem's been a loser for years. Look at me now. I'm a big shot.
You got a house.
Yeah, a big house on the big side of town.
Mitch, that reminds me, I wrote a diss track about you.
Oh, good.
Oh no. Well, before you get into that, since you brought up Fortnite,
no, we're not talking about this.
No, I just.
Go.
I just think it's dumb that people are just shitting on a game, and like I saw this thing on Twitter. It's like, oh, these kids are signing up for a dance class, as in the theme is Fortnite dances, and people are like, Hitler gassed the wrong people. I'm like, they're just having fun, for God's sake.
No, how dare those people make friends and hang out in real life?
No, Oni was right. We should bully these kids.
God,
I think everyone should get bullied. Yes,
I don't.
But I also think that
people should be allowed to have fun.
Well, that's the thing. They should get bullied, but they should also be allowed to have fun. So the bullies won't get what they want anyway. That's why, yes, people should be allowed to bully.
You get to move into a big house in the big city with the big money.
Big size.
Can you end this episode with Big Money by Rush?
Maybe.
Okay.
We'll see which one he likes better. Your recommendations or mine?
Or my own.
Or his own.
I got that on a fucking Taylor Dane kick.
You did not. I told you. I listened to that CD, the whole album, like a couple of days before you even told. I know who she is.
No, you don't. I
used to post pictures of us tagged as the fucking 2 gay backup dancers she had in that music video.
I got Rust in Peace recently. That's a great album.
The hell's that?
Megadeth.
Oh, I don't.
The one with Hangar 18 on it.
It's kind of funny that you mentioned Megadeth because I remembered that Duke Nukem CD, music to score by.
Oh my god!
And Megadeth does the theme song. The Duke
no
Nukem,
shit.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Oh fuck! I gotta look that up because I have this one friend at work, and
come here to chew ass and kick gum, and I'm all out of ass.
My friend at work had never heard Sweating Bullets, so I had to send him the music video, which is the goofiest goddamn thing ever because it's just Dave Mustaine talking to himself. And it's so funny. He's like, what the fuck was going on in this time in our lives? I'm like, well, this was like 91, so I was just born.
I was gonna say such bands include like Zebra Head.
Oh god.
And like stuff like, and I used to listen to that CD all the time. And it was funny because if you cracked open the case, the tray out, it had secret art on the other side of the back art that was like Duke Nukem with 2 titty babes.
Oh.
But you can't man, did I beat it. And they and they fucking like I can't find any like evidence of this online, and I don't have the CD anymore.
Oh, don't you fucking hate that when you something from your childhood, but according to the internet, it doesn't exist. It's like when I did that Let's Play for the channel for that Gap Kids game, that it's like, I can find the codes for the Snow Day game, like instantly. The fucking wiffle ball game and that one that I was playing, I cannot for the life of me find anyone who knows that exists.
It's like how no one believed me that fucking Cyber 6 was a show until like until the internet.
YouTube channel started covering old obscure cartoons.
Yeah,
that's how. Anyone else remember Peter Pan and the Pirates?
That's how I am with movies. Is that I would hear my mom watching, and because like I don't fucking know. Oh, she just watched whatever schlock was on until she was busy getting drunk. But I just randomly hear a scream, and when I come in and see like some chick getting her guts eaten by a raven, I'm like, the fuck are you watching?
That's like when I would run in. I would like walk in on my dad watching some horror movies, and like I think the scene I saw was actually a scene from Phantasm, which is funny because that's like one of my favorite movies now. But when I was like 6 or whatever, like scared the shit out of me.
That happened to me with one of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember which one. He was like at a beach and like his claw hand was like the shark fin going through the water.
That might have been the goofiest one, the one with Now You're Playing with Power.
I don't remember. I haven't seen
that actually reminds me of something that happened to me recently.
You got eviscerated by Freddy Krueger.
Oh yeah, I had my guts ripped out by ravens. Oh. No, there was a childhood movie that like I watched with my dad like so long ago. I was like 4 years old, and we were watching it on TV. It was like this guy, he was invisible and he was killing people and they couldn't see him, so they were like running from nothing. And like someone like had the mind to like turn on the fire extinguishers, and they could see him because the water was bouncing off of him.
Yeah,
it's not Hollow Man, is it?
That's what it was, the Hollow Man, and like I finally found out what that was and watched that movie again recently, and it's a freaking awesome movie.
That's funny.
Fucking,
I watched. Sorry, go ahead.
It horrified me as a kid, and it haunted me until I finally found it. And
that happened to me and my sister when we turned on Sci-Fi Channel one morning before school because we heard Sonic Underground was going to be on it. I'd never seen it before, but they showed a commercial or like some clip was playing from Fire in the Sky when the dude is like covered in like the skin and they're like feeding this brown shit into him, and my sister got freaked the fuck out by that.
What the hell's Fire in the Sky?
It's like an alien movie. I've never seen it.
Oh yes, okay, yeah. When I watched Hollow Man was when I was like more pretentious about movies, because I think I was like 15 or something when that movie came out.
Did you have a beret and a long
You were in college?
I don't know. Let me see what year Hollow Man came out, because I hated it, but now I think I might like it.
Well,
no, not Halloween. Did I spell Halloween? I didn't mean to.
Did you spell hollow wrong?
Yes.
God damn it.
Oh, it came out in the year 2000?
In the year 2000.
In the year 2000.
Oh, That's every year. 2018. Fuck. How old was I in 2000 then? Let's see. I was born in 1884.
well, you're...
I was 16. All right, yeah.
Okay.
Wow, that took you that long to do that math?
I can't do math.
I was born in 84. How old would I have been in the year 2000? If only there was a way.
Yeah, calculator.
There was a magical thing called a calculator.
That's what I used.
Well,
I mean, mine's easy because I was born in 1990, so it's like whatever
faggot.
whatever year it is this millennium, just take that and add 10 years, and that's my age.
So if I can and be a little angry at Facebook and Zuckerberg for a quick second.
Sure.
More of these hot takes coming in.
Mother, shut up. No, I swear to God, if I see another goddamn Soylent ad on my Facebook mobile app, I am going into. I'm gonna fucking be mad at Mark.
Look, dude, you spent this whole episode talking about how you like to get cucked and fucking go on Grindr. Of course, you're getting soy fucking.
If anything, you should be like their poster boy.
Yeah, no, I didn't say I like to get cucked.
You kind of proven in Mitch's defense here. You kind of proven yourself to be a soy boy.
I'm a sick fuck. I like to get cucked.
No, I did not say that. I said
I did not say that. I did not.
I did not.
How's your Grindr life?
You're such a cuck queen. Cheap.
There we go. That's what it was. I'm not a cuck. I'm a cuck. I assist in cuck queens.
Yeah. Is that what you yelled at her when you were fucking her boyfriend?
I said, no. I didn't fucking make that much noise. As aside from the
low drone that you make while you have sex.
It's like a Cronenberg movie.
long live the new Blake. Long live the new cuck.
Oh my
Damn
God.
it! No,
Neo cuck.
The Discord is not going to fucking let me live this down.
A dystopia.
They don't let you live anything down anyway, so it's not really that different.
Yeah, you're right. Also, we were talking about games. Does anybody give a fuck about the No Man's Sky overhaul or?
Hell no.
I thought that came out like 2 months ago.
Yeah, and again, those same two friends who were talked about Sword Art Online were like, yeah, No Man's Sky is good again. I'm like,
sounds like your friends are huge normies.
Yeah.
I don't know. They also like Sword Art Online.
Oh, you're a normie too. It's not okay to be normal.
Yeah, you have to be like, that picture of the iceberg and the bottom is like where all the weird shit is. That's where you have to be.
Yeah. Gamers rise up.
Yeah,
I mean,
you have to be into
like
ugly bastard lolly.
No ugly bastard. Ugly bastard is bad.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of the weirdest ones, but those are the only two I could think of.
The only ones I can think of are the ones I like.
Yeah, exactly.
The weirdest ones you could think of are probably what like Dylan and Giant Rat post. I was like fat furries and diaper shit.
Look, they're not at the bottom of the iceberg. They're on the ocean floor.
Yeah, like, look, hey, come on. I like Cyan Capsule just as much as the next guy, but there's a fucking limit.
I don't know who that is.
The guy who draws the pig.
Oh, yeah, I like him.
His art's great, yeah.
Yeah. There is a limit, though. You're correct.
Yes. And that limit is Renamon with like 2 dick-sized nipples.
Oh no! Although speaking of Renamon, I'm gonna be even more of a fucking cuck because I'm so goddamn lonely. I've actually looked into a couple dating sims, and I found some that are pretty good.
Sims.
I found a couple that are pretty good.
I just fucking talked about House Party last weekend, or that show didn't come out yet, but yeah,
it's fucking boring.
You're fucking boring.
I know.
Oh, my name's Matt. I love the 80s. Oh, I'm fucking gonna say the N-word a bunch.
I haven't said the word nigger at all this episode.
Well, you just broke that record.
Nuts.
But no.
By the way, I listened to the episode that where you read my fan fiction again like a week ago. And like you went off on a tangent of like, yeah, I'm just gonna get a freaking fan fiction one of these days. It's just the word nigger faggot over and over again in 10-point font. And I'm like, not once in my fan fiction did I say the word. Did I say the N-word? Not once. And you went off on me.
Was that the fan fiction where like I shit myself to death in a bathroom or something?
No, the one where it turns out that like Kate's butt is the portal to Silent Hill.
Oh god,
that's how Alex died.
There used to be a hole here; it's gone now.
Go.
My favorite thing ever is that screenshot from Silent Hill 1 where he's like inspecting the doghouse, but like it freezes all gameplay just as you inspect something. So he's inspecting the doghouse as the monster dog is like jumping at him. So it's like, it's a doghouse. It doesn't seem to be a dog around though. And it's like, its jaws are like 2 inches from his fucking face.
There's a lot of stuff like that. I can't remember what the game was, but it was something like, it was a similar thing. Like, guess nothing's going on, but it's like a pile of dead bodies next to him or something.
Or in Deus Ex where she just shoots the guy's dad right in front of her.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh my God, daddy. And he's just like, what a shame. He was a good man.
That's before when we were talking about games older games allowing you to do more than new games. Deus Ex is like my example of that, where I feel like you had so much freedom in that first game.
Yeah.
To do whatever, not whatever you wanted, but I mean within limits, of course. Yeah. But and I loved the new one, the first one. I mean,
Human Revolution.
Yeah, but it wasn't the same. It had the same kind of feel,
just more gold.
Yeah, but it's you still really. But even in the new one, it said you had all these choices, but really you had hey, do you want to go shooty, or do you want to go through vents? It wasn't that different.
I do have to play Dishonored. I own that on 3 different systems at this point.
I just got Dishonored again this year for the PC, and I will be streaming it eventually. And I also, during the summer sale, I got the Mega Man X collection, and because Mitch still hasn't given me a copy, I went and bought Honey Pot for myself.
I'm sorry, did I owe you a copy at some point?
No, I remember her saying, I remember you saying if I delete my sex tape with my ex-wife, you would give me a copy.
I'm trying to help the world here.
I just like how the way Mitch asked. I couldn't tell if you're asking angrily or not. I'm sorry. Did I say I owed you a copy?
I can't remember at this point because
I'm sorry. I didn't realize I owed everybody on the fucking planet a copy.
No, because dude, I bought that game 10 times, and 9 of those times I gave to other people. I'm fucking Johnny Honey Pop Seed, just spreading the good word.
You should fucking tell that guy that you're. Yes, you should. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. That's a good joke. I didn't. You should tell that guy that you're fucking doing this.
Nah.
Maybe he'll give you 53 copies of Honey Pop 2 when that comes out.
No, because then he'll just listen to the fucking podcast and be like, "Oh boy, these guys are too much even for me."
No, I fucking doubt. Oh, you know what I love lately? I don't watch. I just these stupid videos that get recommended on fucking YouTube are always you won't watch them, but they'll always recommend them to you forever until you say you don't want to watch it. Or I love because the algorithm or whatever. Somebody. If you look down into the comments, you could tell that everyone just out of nowhere was recommended this one video.
But do you know how to smelt obsidian?
No. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But it's this one video that says the truth behind Yandere Simulator. And I'm like,
oh yeah, I saw that yesterday. I didn't watch it, but
I'm like, okay, that was a game that everybody was going ape shit about, and then it never came out, I guess, because he just keeps updating it forever.
Yeah.
Even Alex said something about it because I remember I talked shit about that game and he was defending it. For whatever, I don't remember why. I might have just been kidding. I don't know. No, I wasn't kidding. I said I didn't like it because you can kill cats or whatever.
From what I know about everything that was going down with that game is that the creator is kind of a vindictive asshole.
Well, Alex, I think I remember Alex saying something like the guy, he just keeps getting money from Patreon, I guess, just to basically update the game so that it never releases.
Yeah.
But
I like something we would do if we were developing.
Another thing about it is that people were of course, the SJW tactic of looking into someone's past. He is a Dylan Klebold and Eric Harris fanboy.
Oh no, he's part of the true crime fandom. No.
No, not part of the fandom. He's the people that think oh man, those guys were heroes. He's one of those people.
Christ.
He's making a game called Yandere Simulator, for Christ's sake.
I've been saying this for years. The word fandom is the stupidest fucking word ever.
Why?
It just sounds dumb.
Come up with a new name. Come up with a new term.
Fans and
fan
they're
base.
dumb.
The word fan base has existed for way longer, and it sounds less dumb. Fandom just sounds like, yes, we're a kingdom of fans, and it's like you're a fucking.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Well, Mitch, it's a perfect analogy. They're fans and they're dumb.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
Thank you, TV tropes. So
I don't go to TV tropes.
But no,
who does?
It feels like, unfortunately, a lot of games are going down on that route because there's a Kickstarter game I've been following called Harem Protagonist. Guess what kind of a fucking game that is?
Yeah.
But apparently, the main dude had a falling out with his dev team, so he's just constantly telling people, "Oh, it's coming out this year. Just be patient." And people are just like, "Yeah, no, fuck you."
Why don't you just buy one of the thousands of dating simulators that are already on Steam?
I did. Why
don't you buy Deep Space Waifu Flat Justice?
No, I didn't buy that, but I did buy a Life with a Slave Teaching Feeling. Cool. Actually, I didn't buy it. I pirated it. But
apparently, there's a game on there called Negligee, and its sequel is going to be the first like fully uncensored game allowed on Steam.
Okay, so
that's kinda neat.
when you mentioned the name of that, my eyes kind of shot open, and then
What?
you mentioned this like, oh, actually, I didn't buy it, I pirated it, and they shut open even more, so much so like my eyes just almost popped out of my skull.
Because the game doesn't have doesn't have an official English translation yet, and so the only way you can get an English translation is to get the pirated copy. But it's really good, and like they keep saying, it made me cry like a little bitch, like a lot of things in this podcast. But I also bought a furry dating simulator called Amorous or Amorous, however the fuck.
I feel like I heard of that before. I think
it's really good. It's really well written.
Hold on, let me look this up because I feel like that's got pretty good art.
Well, one of the characters, there's a callback to earlier in this episode, is always in cosplay. So sometimes you'll see her and he looks like Renamon. Other times you'll see her and she looks like Lucario.
So maybe this isn't the game I was thinking of. The art's not terrible, but this is not the game I was thinking of. But I have heard of this. It's the one with like the weird fat parrot.
That's, I think so. Yeah. Oh, I mean, I mean, there are parrot characters in it, but I don't remember any of them being fat.
I don't know. They look fat.
There was remember Mitch's fucking criteria for fat is if they're over 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Oh, so even with all the weight I've lost, I'd still be.
If I literally can't pick them up and throw them, they're too fat.
So anybody over 10 pounds.
Yeah.
Speaking of video games, what games are you guys looking forward to?
I already said Mega Man 11, The World Ends With You, HD. There's at least a few others.
And Nintendo Direct it's always the case for me, but they're always so disappointing for me.
Really? Well, I thought there was some good shit in there. Like I did not expect a Katamari remake on Switch.
But like I don't care. It's like I played it once and I don't give a fuck.
I don't know. I love Katamari, so I'll probably.
That's what I mean. No, that's what I mean. I was gonna say they're always so disappointing for me.
Yeah.
But I can see why people are excited.
In there. The fucking new Super Mario Brothers U getting a port. It's like, okay, stop it. Like no one cares about.
No,
like
just fucking make
freeze. I can understand. This game, you're really pushing it.
I gave that game away when it came with my Wii U. I hate that fucking game. It's trash.
But then there's, like, okay, we're getting Animal Crossing eventually. The
new Super Mario Brothers Wii U.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then there's the weird shit where it's like we put Toadette in the game, and if you get this power up, she just turns into Peach, and it's like, why don't you just put Peach?
I skipped it. I didn't even bother watching that part.
Yeah, fucking best girl getting in Smash.
Yes, Isabelle.
Yeah. I like how my timelines are now filled again with Isabelle porn.
Yeah, I just love they want to smash me.
yeah. I'm the mayor now.
Yeah.
People are already asking like, what do you think the 69th character will be? And I want it to either be Isaac from Golden Sun or Crash Bandicoot, but
it's gonna be another.
Or it might be if they're just adding more waifus, they might add a Twintail from ARMS.
An ARMS character would be cool.
Yeah.
Someone was saying Rex and Pyra would be a good fucking pick, and I kind of agree, except I would want it to be just Pyra.
Who?
From Xenoblade 2.
Ew.
Yeah, main character.
We don't need any more. We do not need any more fucking sword anime characters.
But the sword's a lady in this one.
Christ.
I was.
Oh wait, the one with the big tits,
boobs.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
I was thinking maybe they could also either add a Shantae or the Chosen Undead or Shovel Knight. It is
cool.
Well, I mean, Shovel Knight's already a.
Everyone wants Sans from Undertale.
Goku, man.
Shrek. You gotta get Shrek in there.
If they add Goku to Smash, Etika will die of excitement.
He's gonna put himself through the wall.
He'll tear the foundations of his house down.
He gets so excited over it. I mean,
I know he's playing it up, but like seriously,
I never watch his stuff. I only ever see out of context clips that I can't tell if they're real anyway. So it's like when he like breaks a fucking shelf.
I have to imagine he's playing it up for Twitch. But
of course. God, I would hope and pray that he's not actually that retarded.
Yeah. I came to the realization the other night that the reason that Jump Force game looks so bad is because it's like laser targeted for like black dudes in their 20s to get hype over. It's all the Shonen Jump characters and it's realistic Unreal Engine graphics.
Yeah. So, and I hate Unreal fucking when you do that with cartoon characters. It sucks.
Yeah.
Now that I have a gaming PC. The only and I can't get my fucking PS3 to work with my TV. The only games I care about are ones that are on PC, which is why I'm crossing my fingers and hoping to God that leak of the Spyro collection coming to PC is true.
I mean, Crash did, so I'm sure the Spyro one will eventually.
I was gonna. Well, hold on. I want to go back to Smash real quick. I was gonna say I wish Sakurai would just troll the fuck out of everybody and put Piccolo in the game.
Oh my god!
Because or like
Dad.
Yeah, exactly. He says that he announces, okay, we put Gohan's dad in Smash, and it's Piccolo.
I love that fake screenshot where it's Waluigi choking out Sakurai. He's like, "How did you find me?"
I saw that. I didn't look at it carefully enough, and I thought it was real. It looks badly photoshopped when you pay attention, but like I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, I said, I guess the stream's over. I can watch this direct now.
This fucking Nintendo Direct had a good round of fake ass screenshots. Yoshi's fucking island coming this spring.
Animal Prison.
Animal Prison's great. Mario says fuck, and it was funny.
Kirby commits tax fraud.
No, it's like the headlines thing, and it's like, Kirby, get out of the road. There's a truck coming. Oh no, he has his headphones on. He can't hear us.
Oh god.
No, but the Isabelle thing also reminded me of one of my favorite comics ever in recent memory, which I think I shared it like today, where it's a villager going like, "Hey Isabelle," and she's like, "Yeah, fuck," and he's like, "Whoa, language." And she's like, "I'm rude now."
You got to be rude to be in Smash.
Yeah, and it worked.
And of course, Dives immediately got to work on an animation of her like doing leg lifts. So I'm gonna.
Sweet.
I'm waiting for the 18+ version of that to get released.
Ooh, sweet.
Yes.
Yeah, Dives.
Yeah.
The GIF. What was it? Fuck. What was I gonna say? Isabelle. The memes with whatever Nook. When it's like someone put a video.
Lost his.
No, there's a video where he's looking at the computer. Somebody he dubbed in that he was looking at porn, and then the power goes out.
Yeah. Or the one where he's just like, if this was a few years earlier, that could have been me. That could have been me riding around on a balloon with 3 other versions of myself colored differently. I wish I could turn back the clock, but then no, the mole would yell at me.
Yeah, but then the mole would yell at me. Oh man. I'm not. That's the other thing too. Is like I don't really care. There's going to be another Animal Crossing, but that's great for people who do care.
I love it, man. I think New Leaf was my most how you can go on your 3DS and like see what games you've played the most. I think New Leaf is still my most played game on.
The only one I played was the one on the GameCube.
Yeah, I mean, I played the shit out of that when I was a kid, and I played a little bit of it recently to just like pay off the house finally, and just
yeah.
Because New Leaf just kind of goes on forever. It's like, oh, you want to add more like side rooms and shit, and we can just make them bigger. And it's like, oh my god, this actually never ends.
Oh wow!
You just made like the world's biggest fuck off man. You could make the random assault mansion in Animal Crossing.
I know. Yeah.
I actually am playing the one on the phone like every day.
Yeah, you really got into that recently.
I did. I don't know. I guess it's just so mindless. It's just, I got goals to get done today. I
couldn't get into it, man. I played it for like a half an hour. I'm like, this isn't really. None of those Nintendo mobile games really pulled me in. I tried.
Well, you're not really supposed to play them for that long at once.
No, I know, but I tried playing the Fire Emblem one too, and I'm just like, I don't know. It's just not my thing. The only one that got me was Miitomo, and then when you finally got over the fact that you could make a Mii say "fuck," it wasn't that funny.
yeah.
The only there was that one time I care about.
Sorry, I was gonna say there was that one night where Corey got into it and she just replied to everyone's fucking questions with that spooky dick. Every question for like a night, and that was the peak Miitomo time, and then we just forgot it existed.
All right, so 2 things. One, the only phone game I really care about, because I never got into Pokemon Go, is Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, and even that I don't play on my phone. I play it on my computer.
The game's fine.
Yeah, it's really fun. I can't play it with the English voices though, because God, that just brings back bad Nam flashbacks of all the 4Kids bullshit.
I unironically like the 4Kids dub just out of pure nostalgia.
Yeah.
And I just realized, I just remembered, I think the new Shaq Fu game came on the Switch, so there is a high chance that Shaq could be announced for Smash.
Oh my fuck!
That would never happen. Oh, I like how they had a huge Final Fantasy fucking blowout on that Nintendo Direct.
That's the other thing I was gonna say. I don't care about that.
I mean, it's cool.
Final Fantasy VIII.
It's basically just a bunch of stuff that got announced with stuff that I could have already played 15 years ago.
Yeah, but I mean, like I still haven't played 7 or 9.
Neither have I, but if I wanted to play them, I would have by now.
And now I can finally walk around and annoy people with Tidus's laugh in Final Fantasy X.
You probably didn't see the promo I did that because on Vanilla Fury Kate wanted to take a break, so we're just releasing the Final Fantasy Let's Play that we did on Random Assault.
Oh my god, seriously?
So I did she did like a little recording before we did a Mega Man Let's Play, and I put that up with Tidus laughing behind it.
God.
In transparent over the
Yeah. Because on that fan fiction show I listened to, those guys have a sound drop of just that laugh, and just the times they've used that in the middle of like what is supposed to be a very sexual scene is fucking great. They did an episode where they were telling Final Fantasy jokes, and they would play like that laugh on top of like studio laughter. Oh, so funny. Because it was like a joke that like wasn't funny. It was like the stuff you'd see on like a popsicle stick, but like Final Fantasy themed, and then like there would just be a moment of silence, and then you just hear like studio laughter, and then like 2 seconds after that.
Let's see. The
only Final Fantasy game I've ever played and I ever care about is Dirge of Cerberus, and until they release that,
it's like you're built to have the worst taste of a human being.
How is that the worst taste? Listen, and I'm very peculiar when it comes to turn-based games, and Final Fantasy does not scratch that itch. It just looks annoying as fuck. And so the fact that Dirge of Cerberus is not turn-based, this makes me very happy.
It's very telling that your favorite Final Fantasy game is a shitty third-person shooter spin-off.
Listen, motherfucker, that game has Gat in its soundtrack. Don't fucking diss it.
Fuck?
Hey, you guys want to hear something really sad again?
Yeah.
I like Gak just as much as the next guy.
I was getting really pissed off that you guys weren't responding to me, and then I realized my mic was muted.
I was actually gonna say, like, I was like, wow, Megalodon hasn't said anything for a while.
Okay, so you were talking about Shaq Fu, right? Yeah, you mentioned that. Do you know about Barack Fu?
What is Barack Fu?
Yeah, there's DLC.
There is an add-on for Shaq Fu that is Barack Fu, and it's Barack Obama using dual pistols, and your super is that you call in drone strikes.
Oh, that's real?
I want that now.
I didn't know that was real. I saw that.
The main antagonist is Kanye West.
Jesus Christ.
Although speaking of Shaq, considering all the sales, do you think it might be good enough that we'll get like a sequel-esque thing for Michael Jordan's Chaos in the Windy City as well?
I hope so, but we're never going to because Michael Jordan just like doesn't exist in the public eye anymore.
No.
I mean, when people make those Space Jam mashups, they don't use his face; they use Charles Barkley.
Yeah, because of that game that someone made.
Yeah, Barkley Shut Up and Jam Gaiden.
Yeah,
that's what it's called.
I know, but just that name makes me laugh every time.
There was an actual Shut Up and Jam, but just adding Gaiden to it makes it that much funnier.
Yeah,
because you know what that game's about, right? Like someone did like a chaos dunk that like destroyed the world, so basketball got like banned.
Yeah, and there's a sentient basketball guy.
Yeah. Well, I think that's lifted straight out of Michael Jordan Chaos in the Windy City.
Oh,
like the first boss of that game is like a big weird creature made of basketballs.
Oh God,
it's a weird game.
So if I read some of these Final Fantasy jokes, knowing that I don't know anything about Final Fantasy, let's see if they're funny.
They won't be, but go ahead.
What does every Moogle need in the morning? A cup of coffee.
A Kupo coffee.
Yeah,
also, I'm pretty sure this is the exact same list.
I'm sure it is.
They read.
This is Reddit.
Oh Christ!
Who's Lightning's biggest arch enemy?
Cloud.
Water.
Oh.
Bartantalus.
What's the most popular band in Final Fantasy VII's planet? The Wu-Tai Clan.
Okay, so Matt is clearly bored.
No, I'm not bored. I just don't. I don't know. I don't understand any of these jokes.
Okay, so I was at Comic Con.
No.
Which Comic Con?
I was at Rose City Comic Con. I told you it was the SJW Fest. But there's a lot of cool things here. My brother actually got to meet his favorite comic book artist. He got to meet Tim Sale.
Rob Liefeld? Oh.
Is this the same brother is the same brother that you jerked off in a movie theater?
No, it's a different brother.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we're brothers.
I forgot all about that shit.
I did forget.
Of course you didn't.
I've been wanting to say that this whole time because he mentioned his brother earlier, and I was like, I missed my chance to say it.
You didn't forget about it because it's the thing that you think of to get hard when you want to have sex with Christina.
Yeah.
Except
by the way, according to Random Assault canon, does that mean that me and Phil Angie are brothers?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Oh Christ!
Because Kate, why can't you be more like Megalodon, you brother?
Does that mean your head is a foot?
Oh God.
Yes. With an eye patch.
Yeah.
I forgot. Speaking of gay brothers, Jamie sent me something. It was it was a screenshot. I don't know what this is from, but it just says update 2 : RA keeps interrupting sex because I'm gay. I don't know where the fuck. I don't know what this is. This is a screenshot or something.
I was gonna say that doesn't make any fucking sense.
But apparently that's what we've been doing.
Anyway, how was Rose City Comic Con?
It was actually fun. I had a really good time. I enjoyed my time.
Did you give some nerds some swirlies?
Some swirlies?
Several. So, like, this is the weirdest thing. I would not expect this. Like, you saw my ugly mug. I'm not the most attractive person, right?
You fucked someone.
No.
Yeah.
But, like, several cute girls came up to me and like asked for my picture because they liked my Venom Snake costume.
Right.
It doesn't mean they want to fuck you.
I was gonna say,
I didn't expect it. Like,
yeah, dude, the same thing happened to me when I dressed as the fucking teacher from Kill la Kill. Some girl was like, "Oh my god."
That's how I was. That's how it was for me at Pride.
Oh wait, wasn't that when you were like within stabbing distance of
Nostalgia Critic?
Doug Walker?
That was the same convention. Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say, Blake?
I said it's like what happened to me. Hey, everyone wanted to take pictures with me at Pride because I was wearing that pro gay anti-Nazi shirt. No, it's because of my fucking shirt and the fact that I was wearing the fucking pansexual flag. I had like tape. Hey, that's the only reason.
I should have let you borrow my shirt that says all you faggots can suck my dick. Which, according to Facebook, Facebook did a thing today where it's like, here's your most liked photos on Facebook of all time, and apparently, according to Facebook, that's my most liked photo of all time.
It's the
one with me wearing that shirt, just squirting whipped cream into my mouth.
It's the one for you. It tagged for some reason. It was me holding.
No. That was a different thing entirely. Where it's like, this is your most loved photo of 2016.
Oh,
it was the screenshot of you from the Fig video where you're like holding the sword weird. And I just commented and said it was a screenshot from the Berserk anime.
And I like how it's just 2 comments from me saying, "Am I that buff? God damn, I look good." Oh, I forgot to mention I thought that was cute with the NES controllers that you can attach to the sides of your Switch.
Oh yeah, I like that. People are mad that you have to pay for the online now, but it's like, what? Fuck it. Like, it's $20 a year. That's like what? That's
$20 a year ain't shit.
That's 1/3 what everyone else is charging, and you arguably get more free games with it. So fuck it.
Start complaining when you own all 3.
Yeah, I don't pay for PS4s online because I don't play games online. I don't have a fucking Xbox One because who the fuck would have an Xbox One?
My girlfriend's
right? This guy.
Did you see the video of some dude made that's like, "Hey, why do I have this Xbox? Everyone else is playing Spider-Man."
Xbox niggas, we lost.
Yeah. Look what I'm playing. Nothing.
Why the fuck did I buy this?
So I don't think I'll be paying for a Switch Online either because I don't know. Most of it's gonna really depend on the kind of like what you can actually do with it because I don't play with people online.
I mean, the save data backup thing is probably worth it in and of itself because that's just that's functionality that should just be in the Switch by default. But whatever.
Yeah, but like, who gives a shit?
I was gonna say, since when does Nintendo ever do things that other people have as default?
Yeah. Also, it's like you've gone this far without fucking cloud backups. Who gives a shit?
When my Switch breaks and I lose my fucking like 75-hour long Xenoblade Chronicles 2 data.
Oh fuck. Maybe then beat the game. Like you're ever gonna go back to that game and like, oh, I wonder what I did 3 years ago when I had 75 hours.
Yeah, I hated my life because I tried playing this piece of shit.
So can I continue my story?
No. Yeah, go for it.
So I was like walking through. We were going from like panel to panel, like looking at all the cool stuff. We like came at just the right time, so all the SJW stuff was over, and it was like all the cool stuff had moved in.
Because they would have forced you at gunpoint to go to those panels, right?
Yeah. But
Cuck point.
Like but there was still like a lot of like SJW artists.
Dude,
They were,
every
like, putting
fucking
it-
artist is an SJW. Just like
Dude, it's just like it's all this like Mitch. I know what you were talking about. Like on a couple of these episodes, all the art is the same.
I know.
Like, it's
I've been to a
all the
convention and
same.
I have artist friends. I know what's up.
Like it's all. It looks like it's all drawn by the same person.
Yeah,
like
I
I can't
know.
even tell.
Yeah, it's always Cloud with a flower crown and the Steven Universe girls, but they look even more manly and like.
That reminds me. I saw several Steven Universe cosplays with the body paint.
Yeah.
And I see this person who's like cross-playing as Steven Universe, but it's an overweight woman.
Oh no!
Well, I mean, that's the
Did you man the harpoons?
That's the true
Yeah.
intended. That's the true intended form of that character to begin with. So.
Yeah, you know that was supposed to be a fucking
pretty
girl.
much.
They just got the wrong voice actor. It's like, no, that's supposed to be a girl.
But they're just like, oh well, we can't go back now.
Yeah.
No, I saw someone that like actually like managed to pull off Princess Bubblegum with like pink body paint.
Oh, nice.
That looked like a fun costume.
Did you chew on her clit?
No.
Jesus Christ!
Well, you didn't see my comment. You didn't see my comment on that picture you tagged me in of Bart with the big teeth.
Oh no, I know, but you just kind of.
She got like,
you want
Corey's like, what the fuck is this comment? And I'm like, I thought it was funny. For context for the listeners, Matt tagged me and Corey in a picture of Bart with big teeth looking at Lisa, and I said, "This is how I look at Corey when I know her clit about to get chewed on."
That picture is from when he puts in Grandpa's dentures.
Yeah,
but there's a frame. It happens. There's only one frame of him looking that huge in front of Lisa. It happens like first, for a frame, and then it goes.
It's called exaggeration. Dickhead.
No, I know, but like,
it's taught
so much of that in the old shows, in the old episodes. There's just so much of that.
Yeah, because Klasky.
No, you fucking asshole. That's like from season. That's like this. You're a dickhead.
I saw a really good Jason Voorhees. He had that generic 80s movie music playing.
Nice.
As he nailed the walk as he's just like walking by with the machete.
I still want to do Rick from Splatterhouse, but I think everyone would just think I was doing a shoeless.
You'd be surprised. Everybody knew I was Snake.
You want to do
like because of the chicken hat. It was the chicken, like because I had the chicken, like this niche thing that's from like this one part of the game. Everybody knew who I was.
Mm.
It's pretty iconic. I don't think there's any other game that has a chicken hat like that.
Yeah,
I finally.
What's funny is I was walking by like one of the like employees that were like checking people. He looks at me and he goes, "Easy mode, really?"
No, if someone was like a true boss, they would have come up to you and been like, "Holy shit, Billy Hatcher!"
No, that sounds like a Mega 64 cosplayers video.
Yeah. Oh, those were the best.
Oh yeah.
God, I remember those.
I scored some pretty sweet loot. There was a.
Like, no, I thought you were going
there was an awesome panel.
Pussy
like there was an awesome like vendor panel, and it was these people that do like Fallout 4 cosplay stuff. They set up their whole thing to look like a Fallout 4 vendor.
Oh,
like
but
they were wearing he had the combat armor chest piece over, like he was like wearing like the road leathers, and he had the combat armor chest piece. He looked straight out of the game.
Jeez.
But when you walked,
and he was in character the whole time, and like he was like selling all kinds of stuff from the game. I bought a Minuteman patch and an NCR like patch to put on my jacket.
But when you walked up to them, they would only allow you to ask them 4 different questions.
And one of them was the sarcastic option.
That would have been funny, but no, like they were really nice, and like they were in character. I asked if they like took cards, because like you don't exactly want to like have a bunch of cash with you in Portland.
Oh yeah.
So I asked if they like, do you guys take cards? And like, unfortunately, no. You got to go over to the ATM. The NCR like taxes the hell out of us, but they don't tax pre-war money.
That's great. That's great.
It's very fucking neat.
Yeah, those guys were so cool.
Is that a real line, by the way, from one of the like either Fallout 1 or 2, where it's like, a comedian, huh? Get the fuck out of here! I have no time for your inane faggotry.
Oh yeah,
that's how you.
It wasn't inane. It was insane. Insane faggotry.
Whatever.
There's 2 different words. Inane. It has 2. I mean, like each word is funny in its own way. Inane faggotry would imply that that he's boring him. Insane faggotry means that he can't fucking believe how much of a faggot he is.
Is that a real line from those games though? Because I want it to be.
I don't know.
I've never played
I
enough
doubt
Fallout
it.
1 or 2 to know.
So then there was another panel that like actually made me scared.
Uh-oh. What is it?
So there was a
Kill All
girl, there
White
was
Men, the panel.
there was an older woman who had like, pictures of like Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees, and it's like, these are my cosplays.
No. Ooh.
And
That's
but like what happened was I didn't do anything to spark the conversation with her. I just was like telling her brother, like, because like she had like her Michael Myers masks like set up like on display, and I'm like, oh hey, the Michael Myers mask was actually a plaster cast for
William
what's his name?
Shatner.
Yeah, it's actually a plaster cast for William Shatner, and they just threw it on as a mask. And she's like, "Yeah, this is my mask, and I made this by hand, and like these are my cosplays."
oh dear.
And I was like, "I want to get out of here. I want to go home."
I did
How is
finally
that
watch
scary?
Fallout.
This seems like a lady who really likes slasher flicks.
Yeah.
Well, as
Yeah.
somebody who has stuck his dick in crazy, you don't. Hey, I'm pretty sure that's a big ass red flag. So
Yeah, they also had like a giant. They had like a universe of Dragon Ball like set up, and that like took like a quarter of like the entire like
how many
area where they had all
black
the
dudes and
vendors.
Puerto Ricans were at that section?
Quite a few, but
When you walked into
it was kind of cool. They had like the giant dragon like hanging from the
Shenron?
ceiling.
Yep.
Yeah, they had a giant Shenron hanging from the ceiling,
Chevron.
and like they had a whole bunch of like posters like that went all the way around in like a circle, like explaining the entire like timeline and like the development history behind like all of Dragon Ball.
Did you get to fuck Frieza?
No. Well, here's the thing.
Oh,
I don't like
God.
Dragon Ball, so I didn't actually examine it too closely.
You don't have to like Dragon Ball to want to fuck Frieza though.
Yeah.
Oh god. Speaking of which, there was a point in time earlier this year.
Where you
Everyone-
fucked Frieza?
No, when Atronauts would just post this really disgusting picture of Frieza's mouth in the Discord servers.
That doesn't surprise me.
Neither why.
And on that note,
Is
let's end the show and go to a fucking after show.
Yeah.
I gotta
Okay.
pee. I
You
gotta
know
pee
when you
this
got
time.
like, when you take a shit earlier, but then you still feel like you get a nugget of shit in your ass, and it's
Yeah.
just
That's right.
I'm just-
That's all.
I'm
that
sitting
happens to me all the
on a
fucking
butt
time.
plug of my own making.
That's a hemorrhoid. That's called a hemorrhoid.
I don't have hemorrhoids.
Well, maybe you do.
I can promise you that I don't.
Oh yeah.
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 I've had hemorrhoids
Yeah.
at some point in my life.
Because when
They're not
Corey
fun.
eats my ass, she would have been like, "Dude, you have hemorrhoids. What the fuck?"
Squirting blood. And she bites into one, squirts a bunch of blood and pus into her mouth.
Yeah, I chew on it, but she chews on my hemorrhoids.
It's like a 69, but you're bent over backwards.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go. You pitched a show, and I'm gonna pee pee.
Hey, Random Assault, that's the show you're listening to. We don't know why you still are, but if you like it, we got randomassaultpodcast.com. Matt had literally not updated it in like 3 months. So the last episode on there is like episode 303. Maybe someday he'll update that, but you can always go on the SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/random-assault-podcast to get all the latest episodes and after shows. Subscribe to us on iTunes, leave us a comment and a review. We got YouTube channel. All the podcasts go up on there. If you miss our Let's Plays, Kate's got a channel called Vanilla Fury that you can go follow. That's basically the exact same fucking thing, just under a different name. And you ever wanted to go into a subway station and just reenact the fight from the first Matrix movie? Because you can do that. There's literally nothing illegal about any of that. I legally have to say that that's not true, just in case there's something illegal about it. And you try to fucking do it, and then you say, "Oh, this faggot on the internet told me it was okay." But I don't know. Make sure you get the proper permits before you film something somewhere, I guess. How many of y'all like them Fudanari women? I'll tell you what.
Fuda is good. Do we get to plug our stuff now, or
Fuda is dead. Long live the Fuda. Yeah, plug your shit. Go.
all right? Dan, you haven't spoken much in segment 3, so you go first.
All right, I am Megaladan, youtube.com/Megaladan. I have like no content planned for the future.
Come to my
maybe
dead
some-
YouTube channel.
Well, I might have some like Destiny quick scope montages coming out soon. Like
Please.
the newest Monster Cat song.
Please, yeah, no, seriously, like upload Family Guy funny moments.
My Family Guy funny moments is coming soon.
Nice.
All right, so I guess it's my turn.
Yeah.
All right, and for those of you who enjoyed listening to me,
if you were a boss, Matt, you would cut the episode off right here.
No. God damn it! All right, so if you enjoyed listening to me, go to YouTube, look up Bombastic Blade. You'll find me. Hey, I'm doing like 4 different fucking Let's Plays. I'm doing Darksiders War Master Edition, Stardew Valley, hey, with my friends, Hive Swap Friend Sim, and I'm finishing up Chroma Squad, and after that, that will be the Hat in Time DLC and Mega Man. And also, you can check me out on Twitch at twitch.tv/BlakeandFriends livestream. I'm doing Fallout 4, Doki Doki Literature Club, and also a fuck ton of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I'm a big game nerd. So if you like any of those things, go check me out. What do you want, Mitch?
When are you gonna play Soccer or a Gamer?
Don't know what that is.
It's a dating sim.
Well, yes, but I'm gonna need. Is it the triple dating sim or is it a
No,
different one?
there's a bunch of dating sims under the Sakura name, and there's one called Sakura Gamer.
You're gonna play Dream Daddy?
The sad thing is, Dream Daddy is on my wish list. I do intend to play it 1 February. Listen, motherfucker, I'm playing Honey Pop next February. Cut me some slack.
Well, if you ever play Dream Daddy, just know I'll be silently judging you from wherever I am, because I will know when you start. I will shoot up in my sleep and be like, that faggot's playing Dream Daddy. Then I will walk to Ohio or wherever the fuck and beat the living shit out of you.
I might actually be moving to Georgia because I'm in the process of leaving Pennsylvania finally, and my dad.
You live in my state?
Yes,
Get out.
I live right near the state line for Ohio.
Oh,
yeah.
You want one of these filthy West Enders? I see.
Listen, he's still like 6 hours away from us.
Who knows? Maybe I'll take a day off of work and come do a visit.
I can promise you, if you visit me, I will get my girlfriend's shotgun and make you leave the premises.
I'm not that bad. Jesus Christ. The sad thing is, I don't know if you're in character or not.
I don't know if I'm in character or not either. I guess we'll find out, and I call the police and tell them there's a pedophile in my house.
I am not a... God damn you, Mitch.
No, the irony is they arrest me.